following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This is where the dogs play.
Shakes and bakes, drives, high kiss off the glass, blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed, pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop, oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Now to courtside along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball today from McCamish Pavilion at Georgia Tech in Atlanta as the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets meet for the 195th time. This will be the 11th game of the season for both teams as both Tech and Georgia are 6-4 so far this year. And since this game returned to the campuses 23 years ago following a 12-year stint at the old Omni in downtown Atlanta in the 80s and 90s, the home team is 18-5. Georgia with a record of 3-8 at Tech in that time, but has won 3 in a row in this series coming into today's game. The Dogs will play for their second win in a row this week after dispatching Oakland and Athens on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Tech is hoping for the same thing. The Yellow Jackets were surprised in a 10-point home loss to Gardner-Webb on Monday, then bounced back with a road win at Arkansas on Wednesday night. Georgia and Georgia Tech are on the way today. Our courtside show brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well, and grab lunch today at Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Chuck Dowdle joins me next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Everybody knows that peanuts are the state crop of Georgia. But did you know that Georgia farmers contribute nearly $75 billion to the state's economy each year? That's not peanuts. Those billions are why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers by promoting agriculture and offering access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. Peanuts.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. And our free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you do something about that check engine light. If your light is on, the Fix Finder can help you find the likely cause for free, helping you save time and money down the road. And right now, we got great low prices on Lucas Complete Fuel Treatment at only $4.99 and Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer at only $10.99. Visit any of our 133 Atlanta AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
All right, welcome back to Atlanta, McCamish Pavilion, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Our Bulldog Courtside Show brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well. Grab some lunch today at Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Well, Chuck Dowdle is taking a break from Christmas shopping for Tony and me to join us for today's ball game. Chuck, your thought? You've seen a lot of these over the years, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Woo! Your thoughts on this matchup today?
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like a pretty even matchup. Both teams at 6-4. Both teams coming off wins this week, although Tech, in all fairness, this is their third game. They had the early stutter this week against Gardner-Webb here at home. They lost to Gardner-Webb, the running Bulldogs, here at McCamish, but then a really nice win for Georgia Tech, and I think you could actually argue that perhaps it's their best win of the year They go on the road to Arkansas, a place that we know how difficult it is to win, and they get a victory against the Razorbacks. So Georgia needs to come in here today, establish some momentum against these Yellow Jackets, and see if they can't sneak out of here. Since 2016, when they won in football in Athens, if you count football, basketball, and baseball, Georgia is 10-0 against Georgia Tech. We want to make it 11-0.
It's an announced sellout today, 8,600 plus here at McCamish Pavilion. There's a lot of red and black in the seats already. Georgia and Georgia Tech are coming up this afternoon, and we'll join Cabell Philpott in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as the courtside show continues after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for a meal to remember, because Kroger is here to help you save on an amazing spread for your holiday party. Enjoy low prices on the perfect turkey or ham, delicious produce that's always fresh, plus delightful desserts from the bakery. And save on everything you need to celebrate the season deliciously. That's how you holiday.
Enjoy Kroger brand spiral sliced ham for $1.59 a pound, and 5 pounds of Halo's California Clementines are $4.99 with card. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
The holidays are here, and now's the time to head to Kroger for the digital coupon savings event. Just get your coupons at Kroger.com or on the app and take home hot deals on select Marie Callender's pot pies, family-sized Cheez-It snack crackers, General Mills cereal, and so much more. And you can use your coupons up to 5 times in one transaction. So visit Kroger.com today and save more with digital coupons. That's how you holiday. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ask yourself, if you built a van for your business, where would you start? At the beginning, of course, with the people who invented the work van over 100 years ago, Mercedes-Benz. You'd give your new Mercedes-Benz Sprinter advanced technology and safety to keep you connected and protected. You'd make it available in diesel and gas, and there would be thousands of configurations and upfits to choose from. You build it right here in the USA, because your one-of-a-kind business deserves nothing less than a van that's built for you. Introducing the all-new Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, the safest, most innovative Sprinter yet, starting at just $33,790. Built for you, the all-new Sprinter, built in the USA. Mercedes-Benz, vans, born to run.
MSRP excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. See dealer for details about costs and terms. Equipment described as optional. 2019 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter available soon.
Welcome back to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Cabell Philpott.
Rivalry game this afternoon for the Bulldogs is there at McCamish Pavilion to face off against Georgia Tech. We check in on the SEC Notebook, another rivalry game going on in the upstate, South Carolina and Clemson getting together at Colonial Life Arena in Columbia. A 2 o'clock tip for the Gamecocks and the Tigers. Third-ranked Tennessee's head coach Rick Barnes has his team playing well. Familiar with today's foe, Wake Forest, from Rick Barnes' days at Clemson. A noon tip for the Deacs and the Vols at Thompson Bowling Arena. At 2 o'clock, Texas State heads to Bud Walton Arena, where Georgia Tech just won over the past week. Arkansas and Texas State again in Fayetteville at 2 o'clock. Also at 2 o'clock tip, Texas A&M hosting Marshall at Reed Arena. At 4:30, 7th-ranked Auburn tries to recover from its second loss of the season in Raleigh to NC State last week. They take on Murray State this afternoon at Auburn Arena. Florida Gulf Coast matches up with Florida at BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida at 5 o'clock. At 5:15, a battle of the Blue Bloods. The United Center in Chicago, Illinois, 19th-ranked Kentucky, and 9th-ranked North Carolina. That game part of the CBS Sports Classic at 7 o'clock tonight, starting the night slate with a doubleheader in the SEC. 17th-ranked Mississippi State and Wright State battle in Jackson. Vanderbilt on the road at Kansas State, part of the Wildcat Classic, the Sprint Center, Kansas City, Missouri, between the Vols and the Wildcats. And at 8 o'clock, Illinois visits Missouri the St. Louis, Missouri Enterprise Center. The site tonight for that game, Bud Light Bragging Rights is the name of the ball game between the Illini and the Tigers. As we get you set for Georgia Tech and Georgia starting at high noon when we return, we'll hear from the head coach of the Dogs, Tom Crean, and get his thoughts on the Yellow Jackets right after these messages. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
You know, Georgia peaches don't just come from Georgia. They come from farms in Georgia, worked by farmers, working hard to cultivate the crops that drive the state's economy. That's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with support through advocacy and benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. Join online for just a couple bucks a year. Easy as peach cobbler.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce tray. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
You're listening to Georgia Basketball. Now, time for your all-access trip inside the Dogs' locker room and a visit with UGA head coach Tom Crean. With Coach Crean, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back to McCamish Pavilion here in Atlanta, Georgia, and Georgia Tech today. It's time for the Tom Crean pregame show. The coach is with us. Tom, just your general thoughts on this matchup today.
Well, I'm excited for it. I mean, no place we'd rather be right now. I guess we'd rather be in the Stegman Coliseum, but sure. That's okay. We're in Atlanta. It should be a great crowd. We should have a lot of people here as well, and I'm looking forward to it. I know our guys are as well. You've talked earlier in the week about being involved in a lot of great rivalries in your coaching career. What are some of those that you've been involved in? Oh, man, for me, it goes all the way back to being a Division III assistant at Elma College when it was Elma and Hope and Elma and Calvin. Michigan State, Michigan, absolute huge one. Marquette, Wisconsin, Marquette, Cincinnati, Marquette, Louisville, Marquette, DePaul, things of that nature. Indiana and everybody, but especially Indiana and Purdue. And then we had some tremendous rivalry games like with Michigan or Ohio State or Illinois. I mean, they're fun, right? I mean, they're fun for the fans. But I mean, as a coach, you just got to make sure more than ever that you're holding the line on what's acceptable when you're playing, what's not. And you cannot lose your focus. You cannot get out of character. You cannot start seeing ghosts and try to start inventing things that aren't there. And you got to stay true to that as a coach. And because the bottom line is, you've got to make sure that you're giving your team every chance they have to win the game. Not just who plays well, who does this, who does that. But you want to give your chance every opportunity, or give your team every chance to play their best, especially when it comes down the stretch. As a coach, is there anything different you have to do in a rival game to put your team in order to win the game? Oh, I don't know. This the first time going through it with these guys. No, I don't know. I think it's making them. Don't be afraid to use the bench, right? I mean, don't and good and bad, right? You can't let somebody start to get off your planet a little bit and start trying to do things that aren't there. And everybody's got to be ready to play. It's more of a play-on-demand game. There's always hype. There's always emotion, anxiety, all those things. You got to make sure there's a focus, a concentration, and a real energy that's a part of your team. And you got to keep fighting for that during the game.
A couple of guys that stand out for Georgia Tech, Alvarado, the guard, and Banks, their transfer big guy. Can you talk a little bit about our matchups with them today? Well, Banks is really, really playing at a really good pace. In fact, T.J. Saint made a good reference. He referred to him as JaVale McGee. He blocks a lot of shots, the offensive rebounds. You don't think he's going to jump up and do something. All of a sudden there he just uncoils with that length. And for them to get him eligible immediately has been a huge, huge step for their team because basically you could take everything out of the Arkansas game the other night. The difference in the game was not only what he did defensively, but more importantly, the offensive rebounds that he got. So we've got to be in putbacks. We've got to do a great job on him there. We cannot just think we're going to out-jump him because it's not the jump, it's the length, and it's the reach. And then in the case of Alvarado, he does a great job driving right, does a great job creating contact by jumping into you a little bit with his left shoulder, trying to get that separation. He's done it, since I've known him, which has been since he's been about 15. He's outstanding guard, makes a lot of things happen, very dynamic, their leader, gritty, tough, and we've got to make the game complicated for him. Tom, thanks very much for your time. Good luck. We look forward to it. Thank you. All right, that's Coach Tom Crean, and this segment is brought to you by UPS, working together to achieve great things like the Bulldogs. That's problem solving. Visit UPS.com to learn more. Official logistics partner of Georgia Athletics. All right, Georgia and Georgia Tech are coming up, and starting lineups are next here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom, one major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions, member FDIC, conditions and fees apply.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source ComScore total visits.
This is where the Dogs play.
Shakes the base, drive. Mike is on the glass. Blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed stuff. Reverse three and good. He faked him out. Inside, no look. Dish it. Pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop. Oh, yeah!
Today's coverage of Dogs basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Georgia Bulldogs. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE-FARM. Now, to courtside, along with Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
A pair of 6-4 teams, Georgia and Georgia Tech, getting set to square off. We'll give you the starting five for each squad when we come back here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Did you know Georgia is one of the leading producers of pecans in the entire world? That's how hard Georgia farmers work to help cultivate the state's economy. And that's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with agricultural research and assistance programs and access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. So, get cracking.
SiriusXM brings you SEC college hoops like no one else. We've got 24/7 talk and analysis on SiriusXM SEC Radio from experts like Peter Burns and Chris Doring, as well as live play-by-play. So catch every dagger, diamond drive in your car, online, or on the SiriusXM app. Or try us out for free with a streaming trial subscription and take your team with you anywhere you go. Get a free streaming trial at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When you're getting ready to cheer on the Bulldogs, bring more flavor to the game with Cheez-It and Pringles. And now Cheez-It and Pringles give you the chance to win the biggest prize of the season, a trip to Minneapolis to hoop it up with the stars at the Celebrity Crunch Classic. Visit CelebrityCrunchClassic.com for entry details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Ends 3/8/19. Void where prohibited. Stock up on Cheez-It and Pringles. Enter for your chance to win. And go Dogs!
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at Piedmont.org/UGA.
Couple of minutes away from tip-off, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Here are your starting lineups for Georgia, 6-4, coached by Tom Crean, Turtle Jackson, Tyshawn Hightower, the guards, Rayshawn Hammonds, Nicholas Claxton, Derek Ogbede across the front line. For Georgia Tech, coached by Josh Pastner, they're 6-4 as well. Jose Alvarado and Michael DeVoe are the guards. Khalid Moore, Moses Wright, James Banks across the front line. It's time now for our Ford Keys to the Game, presented by Ford. Elevate your game with a new Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Chuck Dowdle's got our keys to a Georgia victory.
Scott, first thing I think that the Dogs need to do in this game, and I mean early on, is a lot of pressure on defense. See if you can't start to force the Jackets into some turnovers. Listen, they turned it over 20 times against Arkansas. Now, they won the game, but they turned it over 20 times, and the Razorbacks were able to convert those 20 turnovers into 23 points. If the Dogs can get some easy points off turnovers, that would be hugely beneficial to Georgia in this contest here on the road. And then get an early lead. The Jackets' confidence is sky high right now because they won a road game where they had not won all year. They won a road game in Fayetteville, which is a very hard place for a visiting team to go in and win at Bud Walton Arena. We know that all too well. But they went in there and won. So their confidence is high. Let's see if we can't shake their confidence by getting an early lead. And then finally, look, we just need to find a way to close out this month with 3 straight wins. We've got the one win that we had earlier this week. Now you've got an opportunity to beat Tech today, your arch rival, and then close it out the month of December in the year of 2018 with 3 straight victories against UMass on the 30th. And then that sends you into 2019, a new year in your SEC schedule. So let's finish strong here in 18.
Be big to get a win over a Power 5 school today as well. Georgia 0-2 against Power 5 conferences this season. losing at Clemson in the Cayman Islands, and then falling short against Arizona State last Saturday at home by 2 points. Before we tip it off, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Bulldog Sports Network. Georgia on the floor, ready to go. The Dogs in black uniforms today, a little silver, a little red trim around the edges, a little white. Tech all in white when they come out of their huddle around the head coach Josh Pastner. Our tip-off today is brought to you by Northside Hospital Atlanta. Our officials this afternoon, Ron Groover, A.J. Desai, and Jeffrey Anderson. Again, Georgia's starting five: Jackson and Hightower, Hammonds, Claxton, and Ogbede. And that front line has been playing very well for Georgia.
Yes, they have. And right now the backcourt's going to be key today because Alvarado, he's the key to Georgia Tech's offense. The guy that very talented sophomore guard and extremely gifted in a lot of different areas on the court. But one thing that you do notice about him when you watch him play, he wants desperately to go to his right. I mean, if you force him to go to his left a lot, I think you got a huge advantage on him because he's not real comfortable going to his left. He wants to go to his right. A lot of guys are that way. They have one way they favor more than the other, but he's really a go-to-the-right kind of guy.
And one thing, you mentioned turnovers in your keys, Chuck. One thing he will do, that's turn the ball over. He's got 23 turnovers this season. All right, we're almost ready to go. It'll be 6'9" transfer from Texas, James Banks, in the center circle for Tech. It'll be 6'11" sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, Nicholas Claxton, in the center circle for Georgia. Ron Groover with the ball in his hand. Here's the toss and the tip. We are underway here in Atlanta, controlled by Georgia. The Dogs with the first possession, and they'll be working left to right in this first half as we view it. Our broadcast location across from the Georgia bench. Alvarado gets a hand on the ball and a bounce pass to Turtle Jackson. Knocked it out near midcourt. Claxton chases it down. Dogs are down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hightower, high right wing. Crossover dribble behind the screen. Drives to his left from the elbow. A two-pointer is no good. A little fade to the left. He hit the side of the rim. And the rebound goes to Georgia Tech. Here's Alvarado with the ball. They go on the far side of the floor to Michael DeVoe, the freshman guard from Orlando, Florida. Alvarado behind a screen from Banks. Will spot up for two. Rattles out from the left side. No good. Rebound to Claxton. Dogs with the ball. We push it back front court right. Hightower, top of the key. They go to Claxton. The Turtle on the left wing to the left elbow to Derek Ogbede. Jump hook with the left hand. Off the glass, off the iron. No good. Rebound to Tech. Knocked away from behind. Dogs picked Alvarado's pocket. He was looking to the left, and we tapped it away from behind. Dogs get a steal. Turtle with the ball straight away. Goes to Hightower on the right wing. T-Shawn, bounce feed down to the right baseline to Claxton. Under the basket, Hammonds with a backdoor cut and a reverse lay-in good for the first 2 points of the game.
Well, Rashawn just absolutely shook his man. Got totally free on the baseline.
He was wide open. Right under the basket, just looked up and put it right in the hole. Tech with the ball. Georgia with a 2-0 lead. Banks has it stolen by Hightower. Banks was dribbling it down low below his waist, and Hightower just went down low and got the ball. Dogs with a couple of steals here in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. Georgia with a 2-0 lead and the possession. Claxton hard dribble, curls around left of the lane. Kills the dribble down low. Jump pass back out front to Turtle. Comes near side now to Hightower with 10 on the clock to shoot. T-Shawn backs it up near half court. Dribbles to his left into the corner. Claxton along the baseline. Pulls up and what did he step out of bounds? Or there was a foul. He called for an offensive foul. I believe so. Ron Groover trying to see his.
Yeah, he pushed off.
Yep, that's the call.
That's what created all that space for him there on the baseline. He pushed off. But I will tell you this. Georgia's waiting way too late into the clock to get into any kind of an offensive flow.
Tech with the ball. Banks at the elbow. Works against Ogbede. Dribbles it out towards the three-point line, far side of the floor. 2-0. Georgia with an early lead. A little more than 2 minutes gone here on this Saturday afternoon. Alvarado comes to the near side. Moses right in the corner. Looks at the basket. Gives it back to his guard. Alvarado drives with 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Drop it off inside. Banks is fouled underneath the bucket with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Don't tell me that's on Oh, no, thankfully.
They got Rayshawn Hammonds for the foul. That's his first, team second.
Claxton came running out of there like they thought they may have him, and I thought, no, don't tell me it's his second already.
James Banks, transfer from Texas. He's from Decatur, Georgia. Coming off a double-double against Arkansas on Wednesday as his free throw is up and in good. He's a 63% foul shooter so far this season, but he had a big game in Fayetteville on Wednesday. 14 points, 14 boards, 5 blocks, 3 assists. He really outplayed Gafford, Arkansas's big man, as he hits a pair here to tie the ball game.
And that's saying something, too, because Gafford is a terrific player.
2-2, Georgia and Georgia Tech here in Atlanta this afternoon. Jackson with the ball, right wing for Georgia. Dogs work in the front court. Jump pass, cross court left to Hammonds. Inside to Claxton. He's left alone. He'll miss the 10-footer from the left side. Hammonds with a hustling rebound to keep it alive for the Dogs. We go back inside to Claxton. Pump fake, throws it over the iron from the block, chases down the rebound, falling out of bounds.
He got it. I think he got it off the Tech.
You're right. Yep, that's the call.
Yep. Boy, that was just great hustle by Nicholas, kind of making amends for a point-blank miss.
Big Clax was falling out of bounds right under the basket and was able to throw it off the Tech defender right next to it. Dogs have 28 on the clock. There's a crowd of folks under the basket waiting to inbound the ball. One of the officials telling Banks and Ogbede to lighten up a little bit. 17:02 on the game clock. We're 2-2 here at McCamish Pavilion. The Dogs with the possession, trying to get lined up to inbound the ball with Hammonds. Hammonds, overhead lob into the front court to Hightower, deep into the front court, almost to the half-court line. T-Shawn sends it left to Turtle, back right to Hightower, catch, shoot, 3, missed it deep into the back of the rim. Rebound to Georgia Tech. Here's Alvarado up the far sideline into the front court left. Top of the key is right. He's guarded by Turtle, puts it on the floor, hands off to Moore. Khalid Moore. Now it's in the circle straight away. Moses Wright with the 16-footer. Missed it too hard off the backboard and iron. Dogs rebound the miss. Take it up into the front court in a hurry. Turtle, top of the key, 3. Will miss it off the right side of the iron. Rebound is tapped up, controlled by Tech. Both teams cold here early on, Chuck. Alvarado, lob to the rim. Underneath, we foul Moses Wright.
They got Claxton.
That's the second on Nicholas. He'll have to come out of the ball game. As Etorian Wilridge sheds the sweats and checks into the ball game, and Big Clax will have to take a seat.
Wow, well, that hurts.
Yeah, at the 16-14 mark. Claxton goes to the bench here in the first half in a tie 2-2 ball game. Khalid Moore inbounds the ball. Moses Wright at 6'9", works against Hightower in this matchup right now. Tech keeps it out on the perimeter. Michael DeVoe goes against Wilridge. Back out to Alvarado for a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Ogbede saves it on the far side. Passes it into Hammonds. We take it into the front court right. Turtle with the ball on the left wing. Inside to Ogbede. Draws a double team along the baseline. Passes out from trouble to the Hammonds under the basket, and they foul. Tech with a foul. And that's their first, and that will send Rayshawn Hammonds to the free throw line when we come back, I believe. 15:49 to go. Half number 1, Georgia 2, Georgia Tech 2 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Bulldog basketball fans, listen up. When I think about great teammates, I think of Rocket Mortgage. With their innovative technology and industry-leading client support, you can count on them to get your mortgage done right. Because when it comes to buying a home, you need a teammate you can count on. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Push button, get mortgage. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 33.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
On the court, it's the job of the defense to protect the rim. On the road, it's the job of the 2019 Nissan Rogue to help protect you. With its available advanced safety technologies, Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. It's 2-2. Both teams have combined to go 1 for 10 to start the ball game, Chuck.
Yeah, this is not one that Dr. Naismith would be particularly proud of here in the first 4 minutes, just 4+ minutes of action. 1 for 10 is not pretty. But having said that, right now what you're concerned about is Nicholas Claxton picking up 2 early fouls. He's going to get back here sometime before the intermission, and when he does, he's going to have to play very carefully. And that's a guy that Georgia depends on for so many of the things that they like to do defensively, and as we've often mentioned with deflections and being so active. But he's going to have to be careful about that and maybe take him a little bit out of the game he likes to play, that very active style.
Yeah, the SEC's leader in rebounds and blocked shots is on the bench with 2 fouls for the Dogs right now. And as Chuck pointed out, does so many things for Georgia. He's second on the team in scoring. He leads the team in rebounds. He leads the team in assists. He leads the team in blocks. He leads the team in steals. There's not too many guys in college basketball that have those on their resume.
You sometimes use the cliche, he checks all the boxes. He really does check all the boxes. He checks all those boxes on a score sheet.
Rayshawn Hammonds will be at the foul line, far right end of the floor as we view it. Hammonds, a 6'8 sophomore from Norcross, 80% foul shooter for the Dogs. One of 6 left-handers on the team, and he drains his first free throw opportunity of the afternoon to give Georgia a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, Scott Strickland would love that, wouldn't he? Have left-hand 6 left-handers.
I bet he would.
Yeah, those left-handed pitchers.
Second free throw is all net. Hammonds hits them both, and it's 4-2 Georgia. 15:45 on the clock here, first half in Atlanta. Alvarado with the ball. Left wing guarded by Turtle. Dogs in a man-to-man. They go into Banks. Banks is doubled. And he step out of bounds. What happened? 3 seconds? Was it a 3-second violation? Yep, that's the call. Tech turns it over before they even get a shot off. Dogs with the possession down on the far right end of the floor. Wilridge in the right corner, dribbles it out of trouble. Through the lane, drops it off on the bounce. Hammonds goes up, his shot is blocked. He comes down with it on the other side of the iron, then throws up an air ball over the rim.
Well, that was a clean block, too.
Rebound
right underneath.
Yeah, that was nice. Banks, pass inside, give it to the trailer down the lane. Khalid Moore, he missed his first try, got the offensive rebound, and the putback Moore is good.
So he was 1 for 2 with a rebound on that drive.
Padding the stats. We're 4-4. Under 15 minutes to play here in half one. Turtle left open, doesn't take the 3, threads the needle on a bounce pass to Wilridge on the left baseline, and they foul the senior from Beaumont, Texas. Blocking foul on Tech. That's on Banks. That's his first and the team's second. Not a shooting situation. The Dogs will inbound. Ogbede comes out. Crump in for the Dogs. So Hightower and Crump are our guards. Hammonds, Turtle's in there as well. We go with a smaller lineup now. Turtle for 3, left wing.
Wow.
Air ball may have touched the glass. Rebound tapped up, controlled by Hammonds. The Dogs had 1 black shirt in that area, 4 white shirts, and we got it. 5 seconds to shoot on the clock. Hammonds doesn't know it. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, pushes off. Shot clock violation.
Listen, you got to pay attention. You have got to pay attention. There was 20 seconds on the shot clock when you inbounded it. And, look, Georgia's been waiting too late into this clock to get things going anyway. But you've got to be aware, and a guy like Rashawn, he needs to know. And some of that could be done by your teammates.
Yeah, you got to communicate. You're right about that. And that's been an issue that Tom Crean is trying to work on with his team, both offensively and defensively. Alvarado with the ball, works against Turtle Jackson, spins into Crump, who almost stole it from him. Tech keeps the possession, 8 on the clock. Banks on the block, feeds it into Moore, back to Banks for a foul line extended jumper, air ball from 16 feet. Rebound picked up by Hightower on the left baseline. Drives all the way up, passes on the baseline to Wilridge for a reverse lay-in. Good. Etorian.
He fooled them. They thought he was going up on the other side of the basket, and they were trying to block it there. He went underneath the basket and reversed it. Beautiful.
6-4. Dogs take a 2-point lead. Tech with the possession. Banks above the arc on the far side of the floor. He works in front of the Dogs bench. Well, they go top of the key to Brandon Alston, a transfer from Lehigh. Looks at the three, doesn't take it on the shot fake, pulls it down. They keep it out now to Alvarado. He's going to dribble and drive, pull up foul line, 15-footer, won't go. Banks the rebound, blocked out of there on the putback by Wilridge. Dogs off and running with Hammonds, kick it left to Crump. Here comes a long deep three off the rim, no good. Rebound to Banks, one-handed on the right baseline for Tech. Moore has it through the lane, jump pass over to Alston on the right side of the floor. Back inside to Banks. He spins right edge of the lane. Wow, misses badly again. Rebound. That was a brick off the glass and right to Hightower at the foul line. Tishon weaving through traffic, throws up a wild running one-hander going to his right. Banks it in the opposite direction.
You know, it's amazing to me. You can see we've seen some really bad shots.
Yes.
And then there was a bad one that ended up being a good one. I mean, you know, sometimes, what do they say? Blind squirrels find acorns.
Tech 1 for 9 from the floor. Georgia 3 for 13 and leading. Alvarado on the drive. Shot rolls off the rim, no good, but there's a foul on Georgia. And they're going to get Turtle. Foul on Turtle Jackson, his first, the team's fourth. Amanze Ngumeze getting set to check into the ballgame, as is Jordan Harris, who was unavailable to play in the last game against Oakland. Alvarado, meanwhile, will shoot free throws for Georgia Tech. Jose Alvarado, free throw there, rattles out, no good. 75% shooter, he's 0 for 1 now. He's from Brooklyn, New York, 6-foot sophomore guard. Averages 14 points, leads the team in scoring. Third in rebounds at 3.4 per ball game. Tech not real dominant in the rebounding area. They do have one dominant player, and that's James Banks. He's got almost 9.5 per ball game. Alvarado rolls the second foul shot in. He missed the first, made the second. First point of the afternoon. It's 8-5. Dogs by 3. We've got the possession. Harris dribbles it on the left wing. Kills the dribble against the double team. Ngumeze found on the left side of the lane, and he turns and shoots and knocks down a 12-footer.
That was a pretty shot. That's the kind of shot that young man needs to work on, because he could be very effective if he can just get to where he can knock that down with regularity.
Dogs by 5. 10-5 is our score. Alston drives into Ngumeze on the far side of the floor. Reverses a pass to the near side on the drive by DeVoe. Wilridge blocks it from behind, out of bounds on the inline. Etorian. Oh, he's given the Dogs some terrific minutes since he came into the ballgame for Claxton.
Giving them some great defensive minutes.
Timeout with 11:54 to go. Half number 1, it's Georgia 10, Georgia Tech 5 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You know, growing up in a coffee family is no different than growing up in any other family, except that we all kind of share one affinity, and that's for a great tasting cup of coffee.
Matt Siraj, 4th generation owner, Community Coffee.
I believe people can taste the difference family makes. It's a fullness in the mouth. It's a flavor impression that follows all the way through till 30 seconds after that sip of coffee. It's that rich, smooth flavor that you find in Community Coffee.
Our family story continues at communitycoffee.com.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best, like with the AutoZone Rewards program. You'll earn a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times. It's just one more way to get more done. Take advantage of new low prices on STP oil, starting at $16.99 for a 5-quart jug of STP conventional motor oil. Visit any of our 133 Atlanta AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's 10-5, Georgia leading Georgia Tech with 11:54 remaining here in the first half. And enjoy the road home this holiday season in a BMW through January 2nd. Take advantage of the up to $3,000 holiday credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details. BMW says go Dogs.
Well, so far, neither one of these teams exactly putting on a shooting exhibition. With Georgia Tech 1 for 10, us 4 for 14, which I like for 4 for 14 better than I do 1 for 10.
Yeah, definitely.
But both these teams, a total of, they're 0 for 5 from behind the arc. We've had 4 shots back there and haven't been able to knock one down. Sooner or later, I think Tyree is going to start to light it up. He's had a couple of looks. He's only taken one of them, but let's see if we can't get Tyree off and going.
Our 3 assistant coaches were giving some last-minute advice to our guys on the bench as Joe Scott was talking to Tyree Crump, and then Amir Abdul-Rahim and Chad Dollar, both who have coached at Georgia Tech under Brian Gregory. We're talking to Amanze Ngumeze and Jordan Harris before returning to the floor. But that's an interesting dynamic with Amir Abdul-Rahim and Chad Dollar both being on the staff here at Tech and now
you know
on
what?
the
And
staff
both
at
of those
Georgia.
guys are Atlanta guys. They are from this area, and so, they've got deep roots in basketball in this city.
Tech inbounds the basketball. They work in the front court. Alston blocked from behind by Woolridge, I think. Now Woolridge going to be fouled at midcourt on a run-out try by the Dogs. He got tripped up, goes sliding into the front court across the half-court line. And the foul whistled on Georgia Tech, much to the dismay of the 8,400 here in McCamish Pavilion.
Hammonds blocked the shot, and while he was in the air blocking the shot, he also flipped it ahead to Etorian. So Tech had a chance there. They foul him or let him just go down and dunk it.
10-5, Georgia with a 5-point lead and the ball. Jordan Harris into the right corner to Hightower, dribbles it up the right wing. He's defended by Michael DeVoe, a 6'4" freshman guard. Dribble handoff to Harris on the wing. They work at the left side of the floor now with 10 to shoot. Crump's got the ball, sees an opening down the lane. Floater with one hand.
Beautiful.
Good. A right-handed floater by Tyree.
Didn't he?
Yes,
I saw it from here. I was going to tell him, go, Tyree, go.
And he did. 12-5. Georgia extends the lead to 7. Tech with the ball. They're just looking to get the lid off the basket. 1 for 11 to start the ball game. Curtis Haywood is into the ball game for Josh Pastner's group. And here's Abdullah Gay with a baby hook shot through the lane from close range. Points for Tech. Gay's first field goal of the ball game. And it's 12-7. Georgia by 5 with the possessions. We approach 10 minutes to go in the first half. Harris, left wing, fakes the pass, sends it over to Woolridge now on the right side. We go back to Jordan Harris on the left side of the floor. He's going to dribble and drive to the elbow, and a blocking foul called on Tech. Harris jumped in the air, distributed the pass, and took a Tech player with him.
I thought Josh Pastner was going to come out of his coat and tie.
I don't want to see that.
He was livid with that call.
Well, it's the old block charge call that's difficult for the officials, and Georgia probably got a break on that one. But what do you always hear when you complain about officiating? It all evens out.
It all evens out, and at some point during this game, we'll be saying the same.
Fouls on Michael DeVoe, and Georgia will inbound the ball, front court on the right baseline. Harris to throw it into Ogbede in the right corner. To Woolridge, right edge of the lane. Ducks under the defender, throws it high over the top of the backboard. It rolled along the backboard a couple of inches and then falls back down onto the court, and Tech gets the rebound.
Yeah, we got to take better shots than that.
Well, definitely closer to the rim. That went sailing about 5 feet over the top of the basket. Alston with Alvarado on the handoff, drives in from the left wing, throws it into the corner to Khalid Moore. He's going to drive to the basket, missed a layup. Tech just cannot make a shot. Dogs with a rebound. Hightower through traffic across the foul line to Crump. Wide open three. Won't go. Back iron. Rebound tapped, controlled by Georgia Tech. We can't make too many shots ourselves.
They throw it away.
Oh, they just killed our crowd, Mike.
I tell you what, they almost hit you.
I wasn't looking. Fortunately, we've got 2 engineers today to protect me. And neither one of them did. 12-7 is our score.
Tony,
I can't see now. You're too late. A day late and $1 short. Dogs by 5 with the ball. Tech trying to run it, and that ball came sailing out of bounds right into our spot. Crump back and forth on the dribble. One-handed pass to Hammonds. We go inside to Ogbede against traffic. Leans and puts it up off the glass. Rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound Tech. Alvarado down the lane. Floater. He misses. Whistle and a foul on the Dogs. He falls into the photographers. They got Fagan for the foul. Ty, the freshman from Thomaston, Georgia, with his first and the team's 5th. And free throws. No free throws for Georgia Tech. Foul's called on the floor. Tech throws it into Moore. He lost the ball going. That's DeVoe, rather. He lost it going up. And Hammonds came down with a loose ball. Rayshawn behind the back dribble. Drive to the basket. Missed the running layup attempt. Ogbede got the rebound. Put it low on the floor. A whistle and a foul from Ron Groover. Going to bail Georgia out of that play. Foul on Tech.
I got to tell you, the only thing I can attribute to both these teams must be, understanding that it's a rivalry and all that's at stake here with this one, just Georgia and Georgia Tech. There's just some nervousness because this is not pretty basketball.
We inbound it, and Tech kicks it back out of bounds. It looks to me like both teams have had way too much Christmas eggnog. Hammonds to throw it in. He looks under the basket, throws it into Fagan in the corner. In front of the Tech bench, he dribbles it up the wing. Crump has it now, holds it high, diagonal pass into the corner. Quick pass back up the wing to Fagan. Stolen by Alvarado, and a layup will finally be good. Breakaway layup, Jose Alvarado. Tech makes its 2nd field goal of the game.
That was a bad pass.
That's their 3rd, actually.
It was a careless pass by Ty Fagan. Just a freshman mistake.
Crump with the ball for 3. Left side of the iron, no good. Banks rips down the rebound. It's 12-9. Georgia by 3. Tech with the ball. Dogs can't buy a shot, neither can Tech. We're 5 for 20. They're 3 for 14. But Georgia has a 3-point lead. Tech with a possession. Haywood wants DeVoe to come get the ball, and he does. Freshman kills the dribble right of the lane. Now he runs some action out front. Haywood into the corner to Alvarado. Drives out of there. Pull up left of the lane. Partially blocked on the shot. Never got to the iron. I think Harris got a piece of it for the Dogs. Georgia takes it away. Harris will drive down the lane. Throws up a wide swinging left-handed lay-in good off the glass. He kept the ball away from the defender and banked it in off the window. Jordan Harris with the points.
Georgia needed that. The Dogs needed to kind of stop the bleeding there on offense.
14-9, 5-point Dog lead. Khalid Moore, top of the key. Puts it on the floor with the left hand. Dribbles left of the lane. Loses the handle. Loses it out of bounds.
Oh, my God.
Mishandled the dribble, and it rolled out of bounds as Tony protects the announcers.
Wow.
Thank you, Big Tone. Rolling ball could have been a lot of trouble. We've got a timeout. Yep, 7:51 to go. First half. Georgia 14, Georgia Tech 9. Chuck and I, spared from disaster by Tony. We'll be back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for a meal to remember, because Kroger is here to help you save on an amazing spread for your holiday party. Enjoy low prices on the perfect turkey or ham, delicious produce that's always fresh, plus delightful desserts from the bakery. And save on everything you need to celebrate the season deliciously. That's how you holiday.
Enjoy Kroger brand spiral sliced ham for $1.59 a pound, and 5 pounds of Halo's California Clementines are $4.99 with card. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
The holidays are here, and now's the time to head to Kroger for the digital coupon savings event. Just get your coupons at Kroger.com or on the app and take home hot deals on select Marie Callender's pot pies, family-sized Cheez-It snack crackers, General Mills cereal, and so much more. And you can use your coupons up to 5 times in one transaction. So visit Kroger.com today and save more with digital coupons. That's how you holiday. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions, member FDIC, conditions and fees apply.
All right, I'm talking to all college sports fans now at Sirius XM. You get it all, and all at the press of a button. Listen to your kind of music, commercial-free, plus everything entertainment, every kind of comedy, and, of course, coverage of every major sport, including Georgia Bulldogs basketball. So tune in to Sirius XM, the best of the best. And that's not exactly the way to describe the first portion of this ball game today. It's 14-9. Georgia's leading. That's the best. Georgia's got a 5-point lead, but Chuck, the shooting is not very pretty by either squad.
No, it is definitely not. This is not not what you sign up for when you come to see a team like Georgia and a team like Georgia Tech. Is this kind of shooting or this kind of display? I will say, however, Georgia's doing a much better job protecting the basketball than we've seen the Dogs do in recent outings. In fact, they've only got 3 turnovers. Tech, twice that many, with 6 turnovers. But the shooting has been deplorable on both ends, truthfully.
Dogs 6 for 21, 28.5%. Tech 3 for 15, 20%. We've missed all 6 of our 3-point tries. Tech has only tried 1, and they missed it. Rebounds are even at 13. Claxton on the bench with 2 early first half fouls.
I think we'll get Nicholas back in here pretty soon.
Dogs will have the possession.
7:51 to play here in the first half. Maybe in the next couple of minutes, maybe under 5.
14-9. Georgia with a 5-point lead. Rayshawn Hammonds with the ball. Pass into the front court to Hightower. The Dogs working around out front from wing to wing. Turtle with a handoff from Hightower on the left side of the floor. 15 to shoot. Hightower right side. Plants right. Goes left. Feeds it into Hammonds inside. Quick feed to Ogbede down on the baseline. He bobbles the pass and stumbles and falls out of bounds. Dogs turn it over. 4th turnover of this first half. 14-9. Dogs by 5. Tech with the ball. We never got a shot off on that attempt. On that possession, rather. Here's Alvarado between the circles. Dribbles to his right. Gives it up to Moses Wright, just above the free throw line. Through the circle. Left edge of the lane. Rolls it down to Banks, and he just rolls the ball out of bounds. Touched out by Georgia, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jordan Harris tried to sell it. He started jogging the other end, but he barely touched it.
Officials may talk about it. Oh, it's a kick on Hammonds, they say.
Kick on Hammonds, okay.
They reset the shot clock to 20. It was on 15, so a kick, they reset it to 20. Throw it inbounds to DeVoe, a whistle right as we're inbounding the ball, and it's going to be a hold on Georgia. Turtle Jackson with his second. They will inbound it again. Here comes Clax to check back into the ball game. Nicholas playing with 2 fouls as he re-enters the game with 7:15 to go in the first half.
He needs
Turtle
to go
goes
to the
out.
ball. There you go. I was going to say Nicholas needs to get down on the ball.
He's going to guard the inbounds by Curtis Haywood. He don't want him throwing it under the basket. He forces him to throw it in the left corner, and they do to Moses Wright, the 6'9" forward. Fires back out front to Alvarado. Left-hand dribble once, goes to Banks at the elbow, guarded by Ogbede. Back out front to Haywood. Here's Alvarado, step back 3 from the left side, no good. Back iron, rebound. Claxton rips it down, and a foul on Banks. Trying to crawl up his back. That's going to be 2 on Big James Banks for 10.
Well, and Nicholas needs to be careful, too. You saw him get a little angry there. Nicholas plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And when that guy was on his back, you saw those elbows come out. And when you've got 2 fouls, listen, I'm all for that if you got no fouls. But when you've got 2 here in the first half, be real careful of that.
Both DeVoe and Banks now for Tech have 2 fouls each. They remain on the floor. Hightower with the ball, front court right for Georgia. Dogs lead at 14-9 with the ball. 6:41 to go first half. Claxton, short bounce pass to Ogbede. Right in front of the basket in the lane. Points in the paint. Jump hook good by Derek.
And that's where you have to get the ball to Derek, is right there, point blank range, and getting that kind of a pass, an easy pass for him to handle.
Blocked. Claxton blocked DeVoe's shot at the rim. They take it away and run the other end of the floor. Hammonds drives, layup good. Rayshawn Hammonds. Claxton got it all started on the other end with the block shot. Hammonds now has 6. The Dogs extend the lead. They've doubled up Tech 18-9. Tech with the possession. DeVoe and Alvarado on the far side of the floor. DeVoe dribbles behind a screen, kills it on left side of the floor. Here's Wright, spinning move into the paint, throws it up, back iron, no good. Tech remains stone cold. 3 for 17. Rebound Georgia. Claxton got it. Here's Hightower, no look through the lane. Ogbede off his hands, picked up by Harris. Floater back to the rim, good. Jordan Harris, timeout Georgia Tech. Jordan there to clean it up. 5:44 to go in the first half. Georgia's up 20-9.
If we've got some stick 'em over on that bench like receivers, and we got to put some on Derek's hands. Big men always don't have great hands anyway to begin with, but Derek's taking it to a new level here.
I think he's bobbled every pass that's come to him this afternoon, so hopefully he can get his hands dry, get whatever he needs to do to be able to take those passes. He's got to know it's coming into him. They're feeding him left and right.
They are, but, Derek just listen, and it's not just such a knock on Derek, because a lot of big men don't have great hands. It's a very common thing. But Derek really has you've got to give Derek the ball a certain way so that he can handle it.
Yeah.
And like in front of the basket there with a good bounce pass that's kind of, waist high, chest high that he can turn around with, that was perfect.
Josh Pastner had to call the time as Georgia's on a bit of a run. They're up by 11 now, largest lead of the half, 5:44 to go in half number 1 here in Atlanta. Alvarado walks it up the floor, holds 2 fingers in the air through the center circle, met there by Hightower in the front court. Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Alvarado with the ball high on the left wing. Guarded by Hightower, 14 on the shot clock. They've got Christian Scholand into the ball game. 6'7" freshman forward from Katy, Texas. Alvarado runs through 2 defenders, blocked at the rim. Gay gets it back out of the air and then misses the iron on the turnaround. Jump hook, and the shot clock expires, but the Dogs had the rebound and driving up the floor.
He traveled. Yep, he did.
Harris running out of bounds, hooked the pass back to Hammonds. And
it was a beautiful throwback by Jordan Harris to Rashawn Hammonds, but when he caught the ball to get himself open, he moved to the left. Well, that's fine, except you need to bounce it.
The basic rules of basketball.
It is. It's one of those things that they do that I've never quite understood it myself, but
they say you must dribble.
They insist on it.
Gay with the ball for Tech, works against Ogbede. Hands off, sets a screen, far side, misses the 3. Tech, 3 for 20 in this ballgame. 3 for 20 from the field. That's 15%. Dogs with the ball. Hightower, can he hit one? No. Misses on the left edge of the rim. He missed the 3. Dogs 0 for 7 on 3-point shots now. 20-9, Georgia leads by 11. As cold as Tech is, you would hope that Georgia could really push this lead out, but we're almost equally as cold. Alvarado with the ball, slowly walks on the far side of the floor, goes top of the key. They send it in on a bounce to Gay at the right elbow. He works against Ogbede. Now Alvarado with 7 on the clock. Dribbles through traffic, has the ball stripped and out of bounds. Touched out by Tech, or by Georgia rather. Listen, Tech will have the ball with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
And let's say this, as hard as we are struggling on offense, as is Tech, we are doing extremely well defensively. We are playing, I can't tell you how many times Tech's been just trying anything to find a way to get to the rim or get a shot off.
They've got 9 points with 4:12 to go in the half. Scholand throws it into Alvarado. 2 to shoot. Alvarado puts it up, hits the backboard, and the Dogs get the rebound as the shot clock expires. Georgia pushes it up. Play continues. Hammonds from behind. Has it knocked away. Chases it down under the basket. Misses it point blank right under the basket. Rebound. Rolls off a Tech player out of the bounds into the basket support.
Wow.
And we'll get into a timeout. 3:56 to go in the first half. My goodness. 20-9 remains our score. Georgia leads by 11. Back in a moment, Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of the Dogs. Fueled by 26 grams of Fairlife's one-of-a-kind protein, your workout will never go to waste. Perfect for your gym bag or great for game day. Don't forget to pick up your favorite Core Power to recover better. Want to win the ultimate college football experience? Go to winwithcorepower.com to enter Core Power sweepstakes. You could win a trip for two to a Division I college football game during rivalry weekend. Go Dogs!
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through January 2nd. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Hey, Bulldog fans, it's time to wash your car at Swifty Car Wash, the official car wash of UGA Athletics. Now it's even easier than ever to keep your car clean with Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. For as little as $9.99 a month, you can wash as much as you need. No contracts, cancel anytime. Swifty Car Wash in Athens, Winder, and Atlanta. Find all locations at SwiftyCarWash.com. Score on every drive with Swifty Car Wash and Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. Official car wash of UGA Athletics.
Hey, Georgia fans, at StubHub, every Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub's been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. Our in-game recap is brought to you by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. Well, a long time ago in this game, we were tied at 4. And now here about 12 or 13 minutes later, Tech has scored 5 points since then, and Georgia has scored 16. It's 20-9, Georgia.
Yeah, and like I said a few minutes ago, both of these teams are struggling offensively. Georgia's not exactly, putting on an offensive display here. But what Georgia is doing is Georgia's making up for it on the other end of the floor, playing really good, hard, tough defense, and that's leading at least to Georgia Tech having all of its offensive problems.
Tech 3 for 22 from the field, 13.5%, 0 for 4 on threes. Georgia 9 for 26 shooting, 34.5%, and 0 for 7 on threes. Whoever hits their first three might just light this place up today. Georgia has the possession. Rayshawn Hammonds will inbound, baseline left. Throws it into Claxton, playing with 2 fouls in the corner. Back into Hammonds on the block. Puts it up. I think Gay got a piece of that turnaround jumper and blocked the shot. Tech with the basketball. They come sprinting up the floor, down 11. Alvarado's pass, lazy, stolen by Hightower, and a drive and a layup good. T-Shawn Hightower stole it at half court and got the points on the other end.
Defense by the Dogs leads to the turnover and the easy bucket.
22-9, Georgia out front. They go into Abdoulaye Gay. He works against Amanze Ngumeze. We left him wide open, and he missed the lay-in. He missed the lay-in and then touched the rebound out of bounds. It'll be Dogs' ball. He had a nice move, the big man for Tech, around the freshman Ngumeze, and was left wide open and then just missed it right off the rim.
You know what? You won't hear me say this very often, but so far, having the best day out here are the officials.
Well, Tech would beg to differ with that one block charge call that went in Georgia's favor a little earlier. Claxton works for Georgia in the front court, high on the right wing, sends a one-handed pass cross court to Hightower, goes back to Nicholas, into the corner, Wilbridge. He's double-teamed and trapped. Jump pass back out front to Hightower, whip it into the corner. Hammonds for a three, there it is, first one of the game. Rayshawn Hammonds, a Scana Energy three-pointer, extends the lead to Georgia, 25, Tech 9. Yellow Jackets with the ball. Hightower with another steal. Scrambles for it at half court. Alvarado comes back away with it. Floater on the right baseline. Moses Wright, good for Georgia Tech. First basket in a while for the Yellow Jackets.
And the Tech crowd with a very sarcastic cheer. But
pass inside to Ogbede, off his hands. He turns it over. Run out basket for Tech. Moses Wright, back-to-back buckets for Georgia Tech. I don't know what's going on with Derek today, but he's not able to handle any pass that comes to him inside. As you said earlier, he's got to be in a specific spot. Now he's got the ball. Now he muscles his way in and scores off the glass. Well, that's the way to do it. Let's do it that way.
Yeah, he's okay when he can catch it. But that seems to be a fundamental part of being able to shoot it. You got to catch it first.
27-13, Georgia with a 14-point lead. Floater on the right baseline. Tech's found their spot suddenly. Michael DeVoe with about an 8-footer over Georgia defenders, jumping in the air to knock that ball away. But DeVoe got it to go from the right baseline for Tech. 27-15, Georgia with a lead and the ball. 1:44 to go in the first half. Woolridge along the baseline. Got it cut off and then just airmails one to half court. Out of bounds, Dogs turn it over. Claxton goes to the bench for Georgia. He survived that time on the floor with 2 fouls. The Dogs with Jordan Harris and Tyshawn Hightower, Etorian Woolridge, Rayshawn Hammonds, and Derek Ogbede on the floor. Tech down 12. They've got the ball. Right on the left wing. Top of the key it goes to DeVoe, the 6'4 freshman guard. He hands it off to Sholin. Overhead pass back to the right side of the floor. Hightower playing tight defense against Alvarado. He's going to dribble and drive and misses the running layup. Got the offensive rebound and the putback right in front of the basket.
And the ball got knocked back in his hands. He was as surprised as anybody to find that he had it back.
27-17. Georgia's lead is 10 with 65 seconds to go. Alvarado now with 5 points in the ballgame. He's missed a lot of shots today. Harris kills the dribble, right corner. Jump pass to Hammonds out front. He travels with the ball. Rayshawn called for traveling. Top of the key. Dogs turn it over. 54 seconds to go.
Well, he got bumped. That's the reason he traveled. He got knocked. And the official just missed that.
So maybe they're not having as good a day either.
They're falling into the same trap that everybody else on the floor is falling into.
Georgia's lead is 10. Tech has the ball. 26 on the shot clock, 48 on the game clock, first half. That, by the way, was the 8th turnover of the half for the Dogs. Banks is in trouble in the circle. Our defense is all over. Twisting, spinning away. Sholin for 3, right corner, missed it. Rebound, Harris for the Dogs. Jordan pushes across the timeline, front court right. Dogs can work a lot of time off the clock if they desire. 26 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Woolridge out of the right corner to Harris. Flips it in casually to Ogbede at the elbow. Puts it on the floor. Gets bumped. Loses the ball. It's rolling out front. Picked up by Hightower. Throws it up. Banks it in off the square with 12 seconds to go.
Wow.
Tyshawn Hightower rescues the Dogs on that possession.
And we got a, oh my gosh, Alvarado's hurt. I hope that's just a cramp, but I don't think so.
Alvarado trying to jog it off, walk it off. He's going to have to leave. He goes straight to the end of the bench. And checking into the game is Curtis Haywood, 6'5 sophomore from Oklahoma City. I don't know if he rolled the ankle or the knee.
He may have. There was such a crowd on the floor.
He's in a lot of pain right now. They're talking to him. 29-17. Tech and DeVoe on the give and go.
Georgia sound asleep. Yep. Georgia was sound asleep on defense, and Tom Crean is furious.
So he calls a timeout with 4.9 seconds to go in the half. Tech got an open basket. They had Banks set up at the elbow with his back to the basket. He had the ball, and then as DeVoe came driving inside, he just dropped it off on a bounce pass to him, and Michael DeVoe laid it up for his first points of the game.
Listen, there is no excuse for that. None. You were set up on defense. They were inbound and full, had to come the length of the floor, and you just let them do a one pass into the lane, at the free throw line, and just hand it off to a guy who goes right down and lays it up.
Dogs will have an opportunity, bring the ball up the length of the floor with 4.9 seconds to go. Leading by 10, 29-19. Alvarado injured for Georgia Tech. 2 for 11 for their sophomore guard from Brooklyn, New York today. Ogbede will inbound unguarded. Hammonds and Crump are in the backcourt. Turtles at the half-court line, and Jordan Harris is all the way up on the right end of the floor in the front court. Dogs spread it out. Tech won't guard the inbounds with 4.9 to go. We throw it into Crump. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Crump to Harris. Right corner 3. Air ball. That's the end of the half. Wow. Well, they ran the play good.
Well, and
just didn't hit the shot.
And you saw the shot, too. It was an air ball. It's kind of indicative of how the first half went for both of these teams offensively.
After 15, make it 20 minutes of play, our score, Georgia 29 and Georgia Tech 19. Our halftime report presented by Georgia Power. Georgia Power brings the energy for every game day and to your community, too. Visit georgiapower.com/sports to learn more. Dogs with a 10-point lead over the Yellow Jackets in the 195th renewal of this series. Georgia by 10, 29-19. Cabell Philpotts in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. He's next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue, for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
What's up, sports fans? Today on the show, we've got State Farm agent Cole Perez.
Cole. Hey, guys, I'm just here to let the listeners know that State Farm is here to help life go right.
Okay, well, what if it's raining threes so hard that your gutters get damaged?
I think.
What if you're on your home court and somebody swats a brick into your new sedan?
Boom!
Yeah, State Farm can help cover damage to your car or home.
Nice!
It is nice.
Talk to an agent about combining your home and auto insurance today. State Farm, here to help life go right.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to the Subway Simple 6 radio ad. How would you like to hear it?
From a game show host?
All right, let's play.
Thanks, Johnny. Tonight's contestants are playing for the fantastic Simple 6 menu. Their choice of 6 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce drink. With subs like the spicy Italian and Black Forest ham, this is one $6 deal that can't be beat. Subway, make it what you want.
At participating restaurants, additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Georgia Power, proud to power the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Cabell Philpott.
Dogs up by 10 on the rival Yellow Jackets, 29-19, your halftime score. Rashawn Hammonds, 9 points, 5 rebounds, leads the Dogs with Nick Claxton in a little bit of foul trouble. He got 2 fouls early, had to sit on the bench, only played 8 minutes in the first half. That's good news for the Dogs. They'll be getting a little more action out of their big center in the second half. Again, a 10-point lead for Georgia, 29-19 on Georgia Tech at McCamish Pavilion. Time now for the Nissan SEC scoreboard. Lots of action this afternoon in the SEC. 11 teams on the hardwood today, including the Dogs. Third-ranked Tennessee leading Wake Forest at halftime on Rocky Top 42-30. Grant Williams has 17 points in the ball game. Deeks unable to contain him. Shawnee Brown, 13 points, the guard for the Deeks, as it's 42-30, the halftime lead for number 3 Tennessee. A little bit later on, a 2 o'clock tip in the upstate South Carolina will play host to Clemson at Colonial Life Arena. Also at 2, Arkansas hosts Texas State in Fayetteville, and Texas A&M welcomes Marshall to College Station. 4:30 tip this afternoon from Auburn Arena. 7th-ranked Auburn gets together with Murray State as the Tigers try to recover from their second loss of the season in Raleigh last week. Florida Gulf Coast at 5 o'clock and a neutral site game. Sunrise, Florida, the location, Orange Bowl Classic. The game part of that contest. CBS Sports Classic, 9th-ranked North Carolina meeting 19th-ranked Kentucky, a battle of the Blue Bloods at 5:15 at the United Center in Chicago. This SEC scoreboard is brought to you by Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway. Halftime score, Georgia leads Georgia Tech 29-19. When we return, we'll check in on the Buffalo Wild Wings. Top 25 scoreboard right after these messages. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We Dogs are known for always giving 110%, both on and off the field. But no matter how hard we work, we can't deny that getting sick is easy. Luckily, getting care is too. As the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont is committed to getting us better. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away, so for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
Gear up for the season with the best Georgia gifts and apparel from the UGA Bookstore. At the UGA Bookstore, you'll find the biggest selection from top brands like Nike, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Peter Millar, and 47 brand. Dress for the part with the latest game day styles at the UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. It's where dogs shop.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
No one comes to the Southeastern Conference looking for less. This is where you gladly step up, sign up, and raise your hand for a heaping helping of more. More ways to challenge and push yourself, more people from more countries to meet and learn from, more opportunities to impact your community, both locally and globally. Oh, we celebrate championships like no other, but that's nowhere close to the whole story. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
Welcome back to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. Cabell Philpott with you once again inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios as Georgia leads Georgia Tech by 10 at McCamish. Halftime 29-19. The score, Dogs in front of the Yellow Jackets. Time now for the Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard. We told you already, the third-ranked Tennessee beating Wake Forest 42-30. Thompson Bowling Arena at halftime. 16th-ranked Wisconsin, the only other top 25 team currently in action at home at the Kohl Center. 39-27 lead on Grambling at the break. This Buffalo Wild Wings top 25 scoreboard served up by Buffalo Wild Wings. The proud hangout for Georgia Athletics, Wings, Beer, Sports. One other score to get you caught up on. Jared Birmingham Bowl. Memphis 21, Wake Forest 10, 11-16 remaining in the second quarter of that ball game. Before we take another timeout, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Georgia leads Georgia Tech 29-19, thanks in part to Hightower's 6 points and 3 rebounds on the afternoon for the Georgia Bulldogs. When we return, we'll kick it back to McCamish Pavilion right after these messages on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
Halftime at McCamish Pavilion here in Atlanta. Georgia 29, Georgia Tech 19. The University of Georgia Athletic Association would like to welcome Gainesville Mechanical and Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, as well as the Georgia Cotton Commission from the agricultural category, to its new Hometown Team Partner Program. Let's support our hometown team partners. And our Northside Impact is sponsored by Northside Hospital Atlanta. They diagnose and treat more new cancer cases than any other hospital in Georgia, providing care at 48 cancer centers. Learn more at builttobeatcancer.com. First half stats for the Bulldogs, who lead by 10. Georgia shoots 42% in the first half, 13 of 31. Just 1 for 8 on threes, however. Georgia out-rebounded Georgia Tech by 5, 22-17. The Dogs had 7 assists and 8 turnovers in that first half. The leading scorer is Rayshawn Hammonds with 9. He also has 5 rebounds. No player in double figures for either team. For Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, well, they amped it up a little bit with a 10-4 run in the final couple of minutes to trim a 16-point deficit down to 10, but they shoot 26.7%, 8 of 30 from the floor, 0 for 5 on threes. They were 3 of 4 from the free throw line. They had 4 assists and 7 turnovers. Their leading scorer is Alvarado with 5 points, but Jose was 2 for 11 from the field and 0 for 4 on 3. So a 10-point lead for Georgia as we get ready to crank up half number 2 here in Atlanta. Bobby Crimmins Court, McCamish Pavilion, Georgia 29, Georgia Tech 19. Halftime winding down on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Last time on College Sports Now.
I'm not going to fly the plane. I'm going to buy the plane to not buy the I'm going to pay to have a message flown. How about that? Just figured it'd be cool to do on like a Tuesday, like have a great day. They'll be like, wow, who's flying that message? That is a great message.
Let UCF in. Listen to College Sports Now, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, Monday through Friday on TuneIn. Follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets and on Apple Podcasts by searching College Sports Now.
Hi, welcome to the Subway Simple 6 radio ad. How would you like to hear it?
From a game show host?
All right, let's play.
Thanks, Johnny. Tonight's contestants are playing for the fantastic Simple 6 menu. Their choice of 6 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce drink. With subs like the spicy Italian and Black Forest ham, this is one $6 deal that can't be beat. Subway, make it what you want.
At participating restaurants, additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
"20 minutes to go here in Atlanta for Georgia and Georgia Tech, 195th meeting. And the Dogs have a 10-point lead at intermission. They led by as much as 16 in that first half. It's 29-19 Dogs.
And, Scott, again, this is one of those situations where, as we've said many times this year, Georgia has got to come out hard and aggressive here to start the second half. Extend this lead. You've got a lead, now extend it. Don't come out soft like we've seen many times. Come out here and extend the lead.
Tech has the ball to start the second half. Alvarado apparently okay after injuring himself late in that first half. He works on the left side of the floor. They go to DeVoe, top of the key. Bounce pass kicked by the Dogs. They'll reset the clock to 20. And Tech will inbound front court far sideline adjacent to their bench. Dogs lead by 10. Tech first possession of the second half. DeVoe has it, kills the dribble, goes to right on the right. Now back to right in the middle of the floor. To Banks, give and go, and check a whistle. We got a holding foul.
They get Claxton again?
That was a mysterious foul. Didn't quite see that one.
See who they got.
Georgia foul charge number 1.
They called it on Hightower.
Sean.
His first.
Well, now what are they? Now they're going to look at it.
So they'll go to the video monitor at the scores table across the way, and each team will head to their corners. They go to their benches. And this play is under review. It's brought to you by Barbasol, offering you a chance to score big when you join the new Barbasol Shave Club. Grab your premium starter kit for just $6.99 today with code BASKETBALL at Barbasol.com. Game on.
Now, when they're looking at it here, I wonder, it didn't appear to be anything flagrant out there.
Unless it was something sneaky. I didn't see anything. It was way down at the far end of the floor. I mean, maybe they're...
Yeah. What did they say? What did he do?
Yeah, Ron Groover signaling to the TV guys across the way said there was a tug on the jersey. And then something else. I don't know if it was a punch or what. But they called a flagrant 1 on Hightower. So it's going to be free throws for Tech and DeVoe, and then they get the ball back.
Well, Tom Crean wanting an explanation now.
DeVoe with the first free throw for Tech, and the flagrant 1 foul whistled on T-Shawn Hightower is good. Second free throw to make it an 8-point game. That's good. Oh, not the start that Georgia had hoped for. 29-21 here in half number 2, and Tech will get the ball. Khalid Moore, 6'6", freshman forward, and inbound it.
Tom Crean was giving Ron Gruber an earful, and now he's looking to his bench.
Well, he's moving Ettore and Woolridge to get closer to the end of the bench because he's probably going to sub him into the game pretty soon. Tech trying to inbound the ball. Claxton deflects the inbounds pass into the Tech bench, so they'll have to do it again. They should have to inbound it from the corner, and they do. Claxton, quite a weapon, guarding the inbounds throw. They find Alvarado open on the logo near the middle of the floor. Left wing, Tech. Moore to DeVoe, top of the key. Pass deflected by Hightower, right back to DeVoe. He's going to dribble and drive. Blocked from behind by Claxton. Tech picks up the ball and dunks it. Banks. We got 2 deflections, and they still got the bucket.
Well, sometimes you're just lucky, and Tech was that time because it was a good block by Claxton. But they pick up 4 points on the possession.
29-23. The lead is 6 for Georgia now. We led by 16 late in the half. Claxton through traffic, drives to the rim, fouled by Tech. He'll go to the line. The foul is on Moses Wright. That's his first. And that's going to put Nicholas on the free throw line. This is only our 3rd free throw attempt of the game. 19:02 remain in the contest. Georgia's lead is 6 now. 29-23. Big Clax at the free throw line, 67% for the year. Left-handed shooter, free throw in the air, rattles out, no good. Claxton looking for his first points of this contest. He got into foul trouble with 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes. And Georgia's second leading scorer and leading rebounder this season has 0 points in this contest. Second free throw attempt. Long look at the hoop. On the way, no good. Missed them both. Rebound Tech. Hammonds fell down, sitting on the ground while Tech was trying to rebound the ball. Alvarado through traffic, kicks it into the corner, nearly threw it away. Nice one-handed save by Moore on the near sideline. Tech down 6. They were down 16 with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. They ended the first half on a 10-4 run, and they started with a 4-point possession a few moments ago. And a drive and a layup from the right baseline, good, and a whistle and a foul on Georgia. Count the basket.
And Rashawn, I believe they got.
Moses Wright with the drive, and he'll go to the line. And our lead has evaporated. 29-25 right now, and a chance to make it a one-possession game with Wright at the foul line. 6'9" forward from Raleigh, North Carolina. Free throw crawls in there good. 3-point play for Tech makes it 29-26.
So they've come out with 7 points.
And Georgia has yet to score.
Correct.
A little more than 90 seconds in. Hightower, catch, shoot, 3. Good! T-Shawn.
Thank you, T-Shawn.
Quiets the crowd. Georgia's bench stands up and erupts after that three-pointer by Hightower. Georgia's second three-point shot brought to you by Scana Energy. Tech drives the basket, left baseline, and they missed the shot. I don't know if we blocked. I guess we did because the ball went out of bounds, touched out by the Dogs. And it'll be Tech's ball. They reset the shot clock.
30 seconds.
Well, I think the ball did hit the rim, and then it caromed off one of our guys, I believe. They reset the clock. Tech will just heave it into the backcourt to Alvarado. That's one way to get over Claxton on the inbounds pass. Here's DeVoe, dribbled it off his foot, left it rolling on the floor. Picked up by Nicholas Claxton for Georgia. The big guy pushes it all the way up the floor and then throws it out of bounds on the right side.
Wow.
Into the Georgia bench. Dogs turn it over.
Well, and Nicholas was on a good run there, too, with the steal and getting it up the floor.
32-26. Dogs lead by 6. Tech has the ball far right end of the floor. They work in their front court. Right to DeVoe on the right wing. Across to Alvarado, left side of the floor. Guarded by Turtle Jackson. Puts it on the floor. Jump stop. Shoots. Misses it. Left side of the iron. Reaches in. Tries to tie up Ogbede, who got the rebound. He can't do it. Dogs with the possession in the front court. A 6-point lead. Hightower, high left wing, near side of the floor. Dribbles, works against DeVoe. Double screen for Hightower. Going to drive. We're down the right edge of the lane. Missed the running layup attempt. Wright falls to the floor. He's called for traveling. He got the rebound. Fell to the floor. Called for traveling. Dogs get it back.
Well, the Tech people are unhappy, and you understand why. There was a lot of contact under there, but they call him for traveling, so Georgia gets a break.
Hammonds throws it in. Tech contests the inbounds. Claxton pulls it away from DeVoe. Over to Turtle near half court. Turtle, pass comes to Hammonds near side. Rashawn on the wing. Bounce pass to Claxton. Foul line extended. Puts it on the floor. Matched up with Alvarado at the foul line. Back to Turtle. Straight away 3. Too deep, no good. Rebound straight up, high off the iron, pulled down by Jose Alvarado, the Tech guard. Through the floor, Lolly pops it into the right corner to DeVoe. Back up the right wing to Alvarado. Tech works it around the floor. Entry pass, left block, deflected out of bounds by Hightower into the Tech bench. Tishon very active on defense today.
Yeah, and Georgia's still doing a good job on that defensive end. Tech, though, passing up some looks at threes, almost like they're not interested in that. They want to go inside.
32-26. Georgia leads by 6. We've led by 16 in the first half, by 10 at intermission. Tech with the ball, 6 to shoot. DeVoe, head fake and a drive against Claxton. Layup good. Nicholas couldn't keep up with the smaller, quicker DeVoe that time. DeVoe's got 8, and it's 32-28 Georgia. Dogs ball. We work in the front court on the left end of the floor here at McCamish Pavilion. Hightower. Pass to Claxton across the lane to Hammonds, and Rayshon lays it up and in right under the bucket.
Nice feed from Nicholas, too. Around the defender, got it to Rayshon underneath.
11 points for Hammonds, first Georgia player in double figures. He knocks the ball away from DeVoe. Tech chases it down. Here's Alvarado. Points in the paint. No. Left it short. Right in front of the basket. Missed a 6-footer. Rebound to the Dogs. Hammonds holds it with one hand. Now lobs it back middle of the floor to Tishon Hightower. Dogs lead by 6, 34-28. Looking for more here. Ogbede in the lane, has it stolen. Alvarado just picked his pocket. Derek brought the ball down around his waist and had it stolen. Tech misses a run out on the other end of the floor. Ball knocked off the backboard, and they scramble for it on the baseline.
I believe it's Tech's ball.
And what's the call? Josh Passer out screaming at his guys. Tech's going to have
defense. Good defense that time by, I believe it was Turtle that got back and blocked it.
Timeout with 15:32 to go in the ball game. Georgia 34, Tech 28. Back in a moment. Bulldogs Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613. Everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
We are the Georgia Bulldogs. Day in and day out, we push ourselves to the limit, always going the extra mile to be the best we could possibly be. With a work ethic that never quits and a spirit that never wavers.
At Ford, it's this kind of commitment that makes F-Series America's best-selling truck. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today or visit buyfordnow.com.
Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of UGA Athletics, and every Dogs fan deserves to save money. Get fired up about our low natural gas rates and switch to Scana Energy by calling 877-GO-SCANA or visiting scanaenergy.com. Your gas bill shouldn't make you see red. Red is reserved for game day. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com to start saving on your natural gas today.
Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard courtside here at McCamish Pavilion in Atlanta. Our producers and engineers today, Tony Schiavone and Adam Gillespie. And in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, Cabell Philpott for us today. Fans, your Georgia Bulldogs go above and beyond every single game. Rocket Mortgage goes above and beyond to provide a seamless mortgage experience. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Well, since Georgia had that 16-point lead with 3:02 to go in the first half, Chuck, it was 25-9. Tech's outscored the Dogs 19-9 over a span of 7.5 minutes of actual game time from the first half to the second half. So Tech has tried to find their shot. They pushed their percentage up to about 29% for the game. And meanwhile, Georgia's been making more and more turnovers.
Well, and Tech came out with the first 7 points to start the second half, which obviously you didn't want to see. And I was talking about, I wanted to see Georgia come out and make a statement to start the second half. Since that time, though, the Dogs have kind of stabilized now because we're 4.5 minutes into this second half, and Georgia now starting to push back. So That's what I want to see the Dogs do. You led by 10 at halftime. Well, let's see if we can extend this lead here in the second half. Get it back past 10.
Dogs come out of the timeout with Hightower and Hammonds. Etorian Woolridge has checked into the ball game, as well as Amanze Ngumeze and Claxton. Tech with Alvarado and Banks and Wright and Moore and DeVoe, and a whistle shortly after the inbounds.
Bulldogs foul charge to number 25.
Ngumeze with his first. Third team foul of the half for the Dogs. 15:30 to go. Georgia's lead is 6, 34-28. Tech inbounds again. Banks on the left block, running jump hook through the paint.
Wow.
Rolls in there good. It rolled around the right edge of the rim on the back and then fell through.
Yeah, just kind of died back there and then trickled over into the bottom of the net. But, 4-point game now.
There was a 16-point lead late in the first half for Georgia. Hammonds backs up with the basketball on the right side of the floor. Gives it back to Hightower with 10 to shoot. T-Shawn. One-handed pass to Hammonds. Deep three by the left-hander. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Moses Wright, the 6'9 forward for Tech. Yellow Jackets down 4. Alvarado down through the lane. Shot blocked by Claxton. They whistle a foul.
Yeah, I don't think that's on Nicholas, though.
No, it's on Hammonds. Rayshon just picked up his third. And that's going to put Jose Alvarado on the foul line. 2 shots coming for the sophomore Tech guard. 6-footer from Brooklyn, New York. 75% from the line this season.
Rayshon's limping some coming out of here.
Yeah, he's shaking up too. He's going to have to come out of the ball game. And JoJo Toppin, freshman from Norcross, comes in as Hammonds tries to walk off a little bit of an ankle roll, perhaps. He's going to go have a chat with Lance Schumann, Georgia's trader, at the end of the bench. Alvarado, free throw on the far right end of the floor, is up and in good. Well, that's one thing that Georgia hasn't been able to do today. Let's get to the foul line. Dogs just 2 of 4 on free throws. Alvarado with his first point of the half. Second free throw is in the air, good. And he's got 7 today. And it's a 2-point game. Look at that. We were up 16 points. It's down to 2. And a lot of time remaining. 14:40 to go. Clock moving. Toppin holds for the first time in the game. Fires from the left wing straight away to Crump. Tyree hasn't got going today either. Here's Ngumeze. Oh, my goodness! A power slam along the baseline. A one-handed jammeroo by Amanze Ngumeze. And that's our Swifty Car Wash Express play of the game. 3-pointer left corner. Tech won't go. Rebound tapped up, controlled by the Dogs. Let's see if that Ngumeze slam will get the Dogs energized here. Woolridge down the lane. Tried to scoop layup with the left hand. They foul him to the floor, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, he got slammed, too, and he had an opening. Toe saw that opening. He went right for the glass.
Ooh, bench still standing, I think, after that Ngumeze dunk. My goodness. That was impressive.
It was. He went right down the baseline, and you know what? You saw that determination in his eyes because he was coming right at us.
Etorian going to shoot foul shots.
Uh-oh.
And they've charged the technical to Ngumeze.
For what?
Didn't see it. Didn't hear it. And Tom Crean's asking what's going on, too. He's talking with Ron Groover, the lead official right now. Ngumeze, the freshman from Savannah. Nicholas Claxton not happy about the situation. And they're shooting free throws down to the other end. Alvarado made one, missed one. 36-33. On the technical on Amanze Ngumeze. Apparently officials heard something.
Well, or saw something. Now, I didn't know. After he slammed that ball, he did turn, and he kind of posed at the Georgia bench, not at Tech's bench. I don't think that was it because, that was an entire possession down the floor.
One of the officials was talking to Nicholas Claxton because Nicholas was upset as Woolridge hits his free throw after the personal foul. As you said, Chuck, Claxton will play with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, and That official keeps going back to Claxton and talking to him. Woolridge, second free throw, rolls it in good. Etorian with 4 points, 2 for 2 from the line. Georgia's lead is 5, 38-33. 14:04, clock ticking here in Atlanta. DeVoe fakes the three, pulls it down. Tech fakes the three on the left side with Haywood. Now Alvarado will dribble into the circle. He'll work the ball around, 12 seconds to shoot. Haywood left open for three, short. Wow, that had nothing on it. Crump got the rebound. It deflected off the rim, bounced on the floor. Tyree there to pick it up. Crump to Claxton in the paint, spins into a double team, throws it up off the glass. He's fouled.
I was surprised to see Tech take a three. They've been looking and turning down three after three after three.
Banks whistled for his third foul. Banks, who came in with double-doubles in 4 of Tech's last 5 games, may have hurt his shoulder, his right shoulder on that play. He's favoring it and grabbing at it. That's his third foul of this one.
And that was Tech's first three attempt in the second half.
And they missed it badly as Claxton knocks down the free throw for his first point of the ball game. So the big guys, which we kind of expected to see a good matchup between Claxton and Banks today, it hasn't materialized thus far. Nicholas, second free throw to give the Dogs a 7-point lead. Sends it up there with a left hand, good. Big Clax extends the lead to 40-33, Georgia. Tech with the ball, far right into the floor. Haywood pushes it with one hand to DeVoe, cross court into the corner, left side of the floor. Now it goes to Moore. Well, that's right, excuse me. Now here's Alvarado on the right wing to Haywood, wide open three straight away, good. Crump was late getting over, and Haywood made him pay with their first three-pointer of the game. 1 for 8 on threes. It makes it a 40-36 contest. Georgia leads.
All right, now let's see if we'll answer a three with a three.
Crump jump pass to Ogbede at the line. He's double teamed. Back out on the wing to Claxton. Back out to Tyree for three. Missed it deep. Crump was open, missed the three-pointer straight away. Tech with a rebound and the ball. Alvarado catch, shoot three. He missed it on the right side of the iron. Ogbede the rebound with two hands. Gives it to Crump. Up ahead to Toppin. JoJo, spin move. Oh, they call a charge. Charge on JoJo Toppin. And that'll be another couple of miles for Tom Crean to pace on the Georgia bench after that play.
Well, that's just playing out of control.
Dogs turn it over, give it back to Tech with a 4-point lead. 12:45 to go in the game. Georgia 40, Georgia Tech 36.
You know, there's a difference between playing fast and playing fast under control. And that's what you've got to learn as a freshman. You've got to learn how to play fast but under control.
Banks with the ball, back to the basket, works against Ogbede, tries to back him down, ducks under Ogbede, jump hook with the right hand, left it short, rebound Dogs. Claxton, long pass up ahead to Woolridge on the left baseline, throws it back out on the wing, and ball touched by Wright as it hit the sideline right in front of us. And the official says
a little too close.
Tech touched it, it'll be Georgia's ball. Etorian Woolridge will inbound right in front of us with 12:24 on the game clock, and the Dogs leading by a measly 4 points. Crump with the ball, right wing, dribbles with the left hand now, and he double dribbled. He changed hands on the dribble over in front of the Georgia bench, and he's called for a double dribble.
Wow. Tyree's having a tough day today.
No kidding. He's 1 for 5 shooting. He turned it over there. The Dogs' lead is 4. Tech has the ball. 12:08 to play. 12:07. Right into the corner to Haywood. To Wright, he works above the arc. Banks trying to find some room down low. Wright works against Claxton, who blocks his shot from 3 feet away. Dogs take it away with Ogbede. Give it to Crump into the front court. Tyree to Woolridge on the left wing. Etorian drives, top of the key, slams on the brakes. Alvarado guarding. Tech in a man-to-man. We throw it into the corner. Bit of a wild pass chased down by Claxton. They draw a double team. To Ogbede in the lane. Put it on the floor. Tech knocked it away with Alvarado. Ball rolling, and Tech touches it out. Banks under the basket. Ogbede laying face down.
Yeah, we got a break.
The floor with his fist.
Derek was trying to grab it. I'm glad he wasn't able to, because it would have been out of bounds. It'd been Tech's ball.
Banks apparently touched it out last. Not sure if they're going to review this one or not. We've got a timeout. 11:33 to go in the game. Georgia 40, Tech 36 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a common misconception that all chicken sandwiches from the South are the same. Cue Zaxby's new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other, a perfected classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Both served with crinkle fries in a 22-ounce tray. The Southern chicken sandwich will never be the same. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey, Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through January 2nd. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source Comscore total visits.
Enjoy the road home this holiday season in a BMW through January 2nd. Take advantage of the up to $3,000 holiday credit. Visit BMWATL.com for details. BMW says, go Dogs. 40-36, Georgia leading Georgia Tech. The Dogs have led throughout. Had a 16-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Tech has chewed away at that. They got it down to a possession here in this half, but it's a 4-point lead right now for the Dogs.
Scott, from behind the arc, you know, and people like to see guys knock down threes, and you look at we're 2 for 12, and you think that's pretty bad. Do you look at Tech's 1 for 9? Oh, so good.
Did the audience hear that, or just us? All right, Tony told us that Ngumeze came off the bench and apologized to one of the officials.
And I was saying that's good.
He's the one that got teed up
technical
a few moments ago.
So it was something he said to him, and that's good to see that the young man recognizes it and apologized to the officials.
Now they need to go and take that point off the board since he apologized.
Well, if he accepts the apology.
Alvarado made 1 out of 2 on the technical foul shots for Tech. Georgia's got Jordan Harris into the ball game. He waits to inbound the ball. Turtle Jackson, Derek Ogbede, Nicholas Claxton, and Etorian Woolridge.
Well, let's explain. Sometimes Tony says things to us in our headset, and we can't tell if it's on the air or not.
Well, I just assume he's not on the air. I think you assume he is on the air.
I assume he is on the air.
So we got to split the difference. Every other word, Tony, should be on the air.
This is on the air.
All right.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right, get off the air. All right, 40-36. Georgia by 4. If Georgia wins this game, then we'll all have a Merry Christmas. Harris with the ball in the front court for the Dogs to Woolridge. Back over to Jordan Harris. He drives on the baseline, reverse lay-in. Missed it. Rebound, Ogbede. Tie up, jump ball called. Dogs have the arrow. And they're still fighting over it. 2 Tech guys and Ogbede. Derek wouldn't let go of the ball, and neither Moses Wright or Jose Alvarado could get the ball wrestled out of his arms. He wouldn't let it go.
It's something we were talking about during the commercial break. Derek bringing that ball down low. When he had the rebound up high, and he brings it down low, gives him an opportunity to reach in and grab it and tie it up.
Harris fires it in, chest pass to Turtle Jackson, the senior from Athens. Harris comes to retrieve the ball. We give to Woolridge now as the follow man. Between the circles, one-handed pass to left wing to Jackson. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Etorian for 3, no good. Clax with the follow, the putback, one hand, hanging in the air. He put it up and in with the left hand, good. his first basket of the ball game. He's got 4 points, a big one it was.
And let me tell you, brought his body under control to enable himself to tap that in. That was what was pretty about that.
42-36, Dogs with a 6-point lead. Tech with the ball, Alvarado works against Turtle Jackson, drives, quick first step. Claxton with a block at the rim, taken by Harris. Dogs off and running. Jordan through traffic, throws it up with the left hand, missed it. Rebound, Ogbede across the lane. Woolridge, scoop shot, good. Etorian Woolridge with a lay-in.
They're going to give Derek an assist there. I'm not sure that he meant to pass it.
44-36. Dogs with a couple of exciting plays, exciting possessions to extend the lead to 8.
And a good defensive possession when they went down there and got the block from Nicholas.
Claxton continues to build up those deflections on the stat sheet for Georgia. Tech with the ball, 5 to shoot. DeVoe hesitates, drives against Woolridge, tried to duck under Woolridge and scoop it up and in. And with the shot clock winding down, he got what he wanted. He got Etorian to foul him.
Well, Toe let him get just enough of a step on him that he was able to reach under him. I think if Toe had that to do over again, he'd get around in front of him and not allow him to do that. Not allow him to make that drive.
That's going to put the freshman, Michael DeVoe, the 6'4 guard from Orlando, Florida, on the foul line, 82% shooter. He is 2 for 2 today, and now he's 2 for 3 as he missed that one.
That wasn't all that close either.
It was not. Alston checks in for Georgia Tech. Brandon Alston, 6'5 senior guard from transfer from Lehigh. And Moses Wright takes a seat on the bench. And he missed them both. Wow. 82%. Missed both free throws. Claxton with a rebound. Break for the Dogs. We shall see if Georgia can take advantage of that. 44-36 is the lead for Georgia. The Dogs have led the entire afternoon. Harris with the ball in the right corner along the baseline, into the paint, missed the layup in front of the basket, a foul on Tech. We've had that baseline today a lot of times, Chuck, but we can't finish at the rim.
If you finish that, now you're getting an opportunity for a three-point play. But look, I'll take this. We'll go to the line here to shoot a couple, get it back to that 10-point lead, and let's see if we can extend it.
Harris goes to the line for the Dogs. 6'4 guard from Iron City, Georgia. Free throw by the left-hander is up and in good. And Jordan with his 5th point of the afternoon. Now 5 for 7 from the line. 70% foul shooter in his career. Just hasn't had a lot of attempts in his 3 seasons at Georgia. Second free throw, good. Harris with 6 points off the bench today to give Georgia a 10-point lead again, 46-36.
All right, this is where we were at intermission. We were up 10. Now let's see if we can extend the lead.
Tech works on the offensive end of the floor. Alston wanted to shoot the 3. Claxton got out on him and prevented it. Alvarado has the ball in the right corner. Straight away to DeVoe, give it to Haywood. He drives against Harris, 10 to shoot. Alvarado has it back, dribbles it off his left hip, controls the ball, backs up with 6 to shoot. 5 to shoot. Alvarado. Long 2 is no good. He's had a rough day. The rebound to Georgia. Alvarado hasn't. He's 2 for 15 today.
Every time they get deep in the shot clock, they go to him and let him try to play one-on-one.
He tries to create. He's got no creativity this afternoon. 2 for 15. Dogs working the front court with a 10-point lead. Less than 9 minutes to go. Harris going to drive on the baseline. Spin move. They call an offensive foul. They call the charge on Jordan Harris. It's his first. And the 8th team foul on the Dogs. Tech's in the bonus, but player controlled, so no free throws. They inbound and bring it up the length of the floor. 8:48, 8:47. Clock moving here at McCamish Pavilion. Georgia's lead is 10. 46-36. Yellow Jackets have the ball. Haywood works against Jordan Harris. Dogs in a man-to-man. They screen for DeVoe now. Drives through, head fake, and a pass to Alvarado, who spins right into Turtle, who blocks his shot. He tried to turn fade, and when he shot it on a line drive, and Turtle just sent it right back where DeVoe was, or where Alvarado was standing.
Turtle had clearly seen some video and knew that once he got down there, he wanted to spin the other way, which is what he did, and Turtle wasn't buying it. He was ready for it.
Dogs call a timeout. We will too. 8:27 to go in the ball game. Georgia 46 and Tech 36. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, The Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
When the lane's packed on the court, you go to the open player. When the lane's packed on the highway, you go to ProPilot Assist, the 2019 Nissan Rogue. Now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies like ProPilot Assist that can start and stop in highway traffic all on its own. Nissan Rogue, for the win. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the UGA Bulldogs. ProPilot Assist is an available feature and cannot prevent collisions. Always monitor traffic conditions. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. See owner's manual for safety information.
When you're getting ready to cheer on the Bulldogs, bring more flavor to the game with Cheez-It and Pringles. And now Cheez-It and Pringles give you the chance to win the biggest prize of the season, a trip to Minneapolis to hoop it up with the stars at the Celebrity Crunch Classic. Visit CelebrityCrunchClassic.com for entry details and official rules. No purchase necessary. Ends 3/8/19. Void where prohibited. Stock up on Cheez-It and Pringles. Enter for your chance to win. And go Dogs!
Scana Energy is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. For every three-point shot made by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Only 2 3-pointers by Georgia today. We're 2 for 13. Tech's 1 for 9, so distant shots have not been kind to either squad today. Georgia leads it, however, 46-36 over Georgia Tech with 8:27 to go in the game.
Scott, Tech's had opportunities to take threes. They keep kind of, running that weave out front, looking for the drive inside. It's just not there. And when they do go inside, we keep blocking it or stealing it.
It's been largely the same guy, too, on that drive, and that's Jose Alvarado, who is 2 for 17 today.
And Claxton's got 5 blocks, and Toe's got 3.
Well, 5 blocks by Big Clax ties his career best as he continues to lead the Southeastern Conference in that category. He's in the top 10 in the country in block shots as well. So 5 more today certainly won't hurt his numbers in that category. Tech's got 5 seconds on the shot clock as they get ready to inbound the basketball. Front court, right baseline, down on the far right end of the floor. Hayward looks under the basket, goes to DeVoe in the right corner, a head fake and a drive, 2 seconds to shoot, 1 second. He scoops it up and in, a sweeping scoop shot running across the lane. He got the basket and he got fouled as well, hit on the arm as he shot. Now it's a 3-point play. Wilridge called for the foul, his second. And DeVoe at the line. He'll get a free throw here to try to finish off the 3-point play. 46-38 is our score. Tech's been behind all day. The left-hander pushes up the free throw. He missed his 3rd straight. This guy's 82% from the line. He's missed 3 straight free throws. Dogs lead is 8. We've got the ball. A little more than 8 minutes remaining in the contest. Turtle Jackson dribbles way out front. Gives it to Harris now. Harris high right wing to Wilridge. Moves across the top of the key, guarded by DeVoe. Attacks, drops it off inside, threw it away. Ball deflected by Tech, stolen, and up into the front court. They spin at the half-court line, feed it to Alvarado. He misses again. They rebound on the left side of the rim with DeVoe, and he puts it back up and in and scores.
Well, they certainly missed a real easy one to begin with, but then they had plenty of white jerseys there to clean it up. Georgia a little slow getting back.
46-40, the lead back down to 6. DeVoe's got a dozen. He's their leading scorer for Tech. The Dogs' leading scorer is Hammonds with 11. But he's not on the floor right now with 3 fouls. Turtle Jackson, top of the key, works against DeVoe. Alvarado picks him up on the right wing. Turn, fade, jumper. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound, Tech. And we knocked it out of Hayward's hands. And then the ball was tried to save it on the near sideline with Wilridge, but we touched it out last there.
Had we touched it prior to that?
I think so. Okay. Yeah, on the strip.
All right, so Toe was trying to save it.
We had stripped it out and then touched it last, and he was trying to keep it from going out of bounds.
I didn't see it because I was wondering why is Toe going for that. But, here we go, down 6.
7:18 to play in the game. Timeout here in Atlanta. Georgia 46 and Tech 40 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At PT Solutions Physical Therapy, we're proud to be an official partner of UGA. In sports, getting to the next level takes lots of talent and lots of work. At PT Solutions, we believe that every young athlete deserves the opportunity to chase his or her dream. That's why you'll find our therapists and trainers on the fields and sidelines at every level, helping athletes stay healthy and be at their best. We hope you'll visit us at over 40 Georgia locations or at ptsolutions.com.
Hi, welcome to this Subway Simple 6 radio ad. How would you like to hear it?
From a game show host?
All right, let's play.
Thanks, Johnny. Tonight's contestants are playing for the fantastic Simple 6 menu. Their choice of 6 different 6-inch subs, chips, and a 21-ounce drink. With subs like the spicy Italian and Black Forest ham, this is one $6 deal that can't be beat. Subway, make it what you want.
At participating restaurants, additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
$7:18 to go. Georgia leads Georgia Tech 46-40. And Dog fans at StubHub, every Georgia Bulldog ticket is 100% guaranteed. You'll find the best selection of tickets anywhere. StubHub has been getting fans into the game for over 17 years and is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there.
Scott, I said we had them down 6. I said we're down 6. I think I meant we were up 6. They're down 6. But Rashawn Hammonds at 7:18 to play in this game, sitting out. You mentioned he's got 3 fouls. I hope that that's the reason that he's out, is because of the 3 fouls. You know, he went out and he was limping.
Right.
And I hope that he's going to be okay to get back in this game. And I'm watching him now. Oh, look, he's going over the scores, Ben.
He's still limping. And now he's got a sleeve on his right knee, too. So you were right. They were tending to him for an injury, the reason he was out of the ball game, not the 3 fouls.
And I didn't want to say, but that's what they were looking at. They were looking at his right knee. So what I'm hoping is, and he doesn't look. Let's hope he can go. Let's hope he can go.
The way he's walking right now, he's not putting a lot of weight. He's kind of testing the waters a little bit. But he's got a sleeve from about mid-calf to mid-thigh on his right leg now, as he apparently had injured his knee earlier in this ball game. He's our leading scorer this afternoon with 11 points. He hasn't been on the floor for several minutes. Tech with the ball, down 6, 7:18 to go, clock ticks. Haywood pushes it into the corner to DeVoe. Dogs guard in a man-to-man. DeVoe picked up by Claxton through the lane, pivots on the block, throws it to Alston. His foot came off the floor, it looked like. He drives, ball hangs on the rim and falls in right through the cup. And a foul on the Dogs as well. Count the basket and send Brandon Alston to the free throw line for Georgia Tech.
There's a foul on Hammond.
It might be.
Foul is on it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was. That's his 4th. Rayshawn just picked up his 4th. And Alston to the foul line, 79% shooter for the 6'5 senior guard. Now Hammonds will come out, Ogbede back in.
Yeah, I think
46-42, 4-point Georgia lead. Alston to try to get it to one possession.
I think if Rashawn had been fully healthy, he could have moved a little better and maybe not picked up that foul.
Alston, right-handed free throw shooter, delivers for Georgia Tech. His first points of the afternoon. Tech trying to overcome a 16-point first half deficit, down 10 at the half. They've got it down to 3. Dogs with the ball, still in front. Hightower calls for Woolridge on the left side. Back to Claxton in the corner, draws a double team. Feeds a soft pass to Ogbede. Shot blocked by Banks. Tech retrieves the ball on the far side. Alvarado into the front court. Banks with a block of Ogbede. They'll try to tie the game with a three. No. Alston drives on the fake inside. Claxton's all over it. 18 to shoot for Tech. DeVoe almost lost the handle of the ball. Recovers and gives it to Alston. He works against Claxton. Backs down Nicholas under the basket. Looks like he traveled. He loses the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Jumped in the air, tried to give it to Banks. They turn it over. Dogs with the possession. Crump into the corner. Hightower along the baseline. Drops it off. A no-look dish to Woolridge. He's stripped in the paint. Wow. Tech picks it up, and they run the other way. It's sloppy on both ends. DeVoe through traffic. Ran under the basket. Tried to throw it back to Alvarado, the trailer, and we blocked it out of bounds. We had two guys behind the Tech player, and both guys blocked it out of bounds. 5:55 to go in the ball game. Christian Harrison, the walk-on transfer from Troy, going to come into the game for Woolridge apparently. And a timeout. We'll keep it right here with Georgia leading 46-43.
Well, I think Tom Green's just trying to find some answers over there on his bench to give him some minutes here. Hopefully get Hammonds back in there with, I would assume, with about 3 or so, maybe 3.5 to play.
Chuck, we've seen an inordinate number of passes in the paint where there's about 8 guys scattered, you're trying to pass the ball, and not just on our end of the floor, but on their end too. And that ball's just it's never getting its shots off.
It's been, to put it in a word, sloppy on both ends. There's no question it's been sloppy basketball on both ends, but particularly inside, which is where Tech is wanting to go. We've had to go there pretty much because we're not having a lot of success from behind the arc.
Our turnover number has jumped up to 16, just one below our game average. Tech's at 11. So they've curtailed some of their turnovers, and ours have increased. 5:50 to go in the game. We're down 3. Tech could tie the game with a 3 or trail by 1 if they convert a 2. They work in the front court, far right end of the floor. Haywood works against Crump. Top of the key goes to DeVoe against Harrison. He drives with 7. He stumbles. He travels. He fell to the floor. He thought he was pushed or had some contact made, but no call there.
Good job by Christian Harrison. He was guarding him, and he thought he was going to get around Christian. Christian's pretty quick. He got back there. He couldn't get by him.
Harrison, a 6'4", fifth-year senior, transfer from Troy's from Atlanta. Into the ball game with 5:36 to go for the Dogs, leading by 3 with the possession. Hightower and Claxton back and forth in the backcourt, and now they get it across the timeline. Hightower to Harrison, high on the left side of the floor. Back over to T-Shawn. DeVoe's all in his face. Man-to-man defense by Tech. We go to Ogbede, right of the lane. Derek holds it high to Crump. Here comes a 3. Good! Tyree for 3 with a fist pump
Tyrese.
for the Bainbridge, Georgia native. That three-pointer brought to you by
you.
Scana Energy. We need more. 49-43. Dogs by 6. Tech with the ball. 5 minutes to go in the contest. Tech with the possession. DeVoe and Alvarado play catch on the left wing. DeVoe has it, dribbles across the top of the circle, reverses it to Alston. Back over to DeVoe. Head fake on the 3 and a drive inside. Rolls over the iron. There's Banks for the rebound and the lay-in. A soft lay-in right over the iron for Big James Banks.
We had nobody there to rebound.
49-45. Georgia by 4 with the ball. 4:33 to go in the game. Claxton at the right elbow to Ogbede underneath, and a reverse lay-in by the big guy. Derek Ogbede with his first points in a while. First of the half, as a matter of fact. He's got 6 in the ball game. 51-45 Georgia. And double technicals.
What?
Double technicals have been called on Georgia and on Georgia Tech, on Claxton and on Haywood, I think, or maybe just on Claxton. I thought the official indicated double techs.
No, it's not.
It's on Banks and Claxton.
Yeah.
Okay, so double technicals, 1 on Banks, and that's going to be a 4th foul on Banks. And Claxton with the foul as well. The technical on him, that's his 3rd. 51-45, we continue. Tech with the ball. Some jawing going on. The officials don't want to hear it. DeVoe, a double team to Alvarado. Heaves it into the far left corner. Haywood along the baseline. Over for an open 3. No good by Tech. as Khalid Moore missed a wide-open three, and then the rebound.
Derek?
They got a push on the Crump with a pushing foul on the rebound for Georgia. Oh, my goodness. 51-45, timeout with 3:59 to play in the ball game. Well, the whistle blowing strangely today. Down 6 is Tech. Georgia's up 6. We like that on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, and they're also there for the times they're not. But you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
We are the Georgia Bulldogs. Day in and day out, we push ourselves to the limit, always going the extra mile to be the best we can possibly be. With a work ethic that never quits and a spirit that never wavers.
At Ford, it's this kind of commitment that makes F-Series America's best-selling truck. For great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer today or visit buyfordnow.com.
Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Time for our in-game recap brought to you by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC. Georgia held Georgia Tech to its lowest output in any half this season in the first half. It was 29-19 at intermission. Georgia had a 16-point lead with 3 minutes to go in that first half. Tech has not had a lead yet, although the game has been dwindled down to a one-possession game on a handful of occasions here in the second half, but Tech has not been able to tie or take the lead. Only one player in double figures for Georgia, Rayshawn Hammonds, who apparently injured his right knee. He's wearing a sleeve on the knee now that he did not wear at the beginning of the ball game, but has been added a few moments ago. He is not in the ball game right now because he's got 4 fouls, but he's the leading scorer with 11. Then Hightower's got 9. Leading scorer for Tech is DeVoe with a dozen. Jose Alvarado, 2 for 18 shooting the basketball today for Georgia Tech's guard.
And as you well know, one of the things I love is when Georgia out-rebounds its opponent, and we've been able to keep them at bay there. They've closed the gap a couple times, but right now, Dogs with +6 on the glass.
Tech's going to be in the double bonus, too, Chuck, the rest of the way. 10th team foul on the Dogs, and that puts Banks, who's got 4 fouls, at the free throw line for 2 shots. His first one will bounce and roll in there good. Banks now with 9 points in the ball game as he nears another possible double-double. He's got 7 rebounds to go with his 9 points. And now he's got 10 points as he hits a pair of free throws. And the lead is 4 again for Georgia, 51-47. Do the Dogs have a finish in them here in the final 3:50 of the game? Harrison, high left wing, skips it cross court over to Hightower. Kills the dribble, goes to Claxton, foul line extended right. Nicholas puts it on the floor, spins, goes back to Harrison above the arc. 10 to shoot for the Dogs. Hightower's got it. They leave him open for a 3, and he misses. Claxton flies in for the rebound and a 2-handed dunk. Oh, yes, sir.
Nicholas Claxton right down the paint, went high, grabbed it, hit the floor, went right back up and stuffed it.
Claxton with 11 rebounds now after that one, and a big finish on the 2-handed slam. Hayward for 3, right corner, no good. 12 rebounds now for Claxton as he pulls it down for the Dogs. 3:10 to go, 3:09, 53-47. Dogs lead is 6 over Georgia Tech with 3:05 to go. Crump's left open, left side. Oh, missed it off the rim on the 3-poll. And
I got a foul on Tech.
We've got a guy laying on his back out of bounds. Okay. Ogbede was just laying on his back like a dead roach. His legs up in the air. He was just laying there. They call the foul on Khalid Moore for Tech. That's his second, 6th team foul. So the Dogs not in the bonus, but they will be on the next Tech violation. Georgia, more importantly, will get the possession and more time off that clock. 3:03 remains. Georgia leading by 6.
You are so right. You got a chance here to run some clock.
Claxton inbounds to Crump. Dogs have a full 30-second allotment on the shot clock. Claxton hands off to Hightower, who curls around behind him on the left wing. T-Shawn, slow dribble, guarded by DeVoe, but not tightly, out near the middle of the floor. Now he changes directions, dribbles high left wing. 12 on the shot clock. Screen Harrison. Hightower dribbles around 2 screens. Ogbede set 1-2. Mishandles the dribble, gives it to Crump with 5 to shoot. Tyree over to Claxton. Got to shoot it. Nicholas launches a 3 and buries it. Oh, look at Tom Crean. He's shadow boxing on the Georgia bench after the long 3 by Nicholas Claxton.
I'm not sure that's what he drew up, but he loves it right now.
I don't know if that's the dagger, but it might be close. Georgia by 9 now, 56 to 47, excuse me. 2:20 to go, and a foul on Georgia as Tech was trying to set up their offense.
Yeah, that's on Derek, and that's what you don't want to do is, foul quickly in their clock, and because they're in the double bonus now, and they can score at the line without the clock running.
Banks back at the line. Hammonds will check back into the ball game here momentarily. Banks, free throw, missed it off the right side, but he's got 2 foul shots, even though we rebound. They pulled everybody off the foul lane for Georgia Tech while Banks shoots his free throws. Ogbede goes out. Hammonds comes back in. Dogs by 9. Clock stopped at 2:20. And another free throw to go here for James Banks, the 6'9 forward from Decatur, Georgia, transfer from Texas. Free throw is good. He's got 11 points today and 7 rebounds for Georgia Tech. Now they bring full court pressure. They trap our guy in the corner, and they push Hightower into the Tech bench. They had 2 guys, DeVoe and Alston, and it's going to be 1-1 now for the Dogs as T-Shawn Hightower on the 7th team foul by Tech will come down to the free throw line on this end of the floor and shoot a 1-1.
So actually this will be a good thing for Georgia now. If we can hit 2 here, we get back to a 10-point lead.
Hightower, 69% foul shooter, Chuck, this season. 5 of 6 in the win over Oakland on Tuesday. First trip to the line today for the sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia. Collins Hill High School. Deep breath, right-handed release, in the air, good! Hightower in double figures with 10. And the way today has gone, that is a massive number. Our leading scorer has 11.
Their leading scorer has 12.
It's been that kind of day. Hightower, second free throw. Had too much on it. Rebound Alston with one hand. Pulls it down for Tech. The lead is 9 for the Dogs, 57-48. Tech with the ball. Alston left alone. Straightaway 3, good.
The key words there was left alone.
Yeah, that was too easy for Georgia Tech. The lead is 6 for the Dogs. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Take care of the ball. Harrison to Ogbede. Oh, he missed the dunk. He missed a 2-handed dunk. They may have fouled. There was no call. Tech with the ball. DeVoe crossover down the lane. Hooks it up. Kisses it off the glass. High kiss is good. Here comes Tech. It's a 4-point game. 57-53. 137-136. Hightower into the front court. DeVoe falls down in the back court for Tech. Long hooking cross-court pass to Crump for a 3. Good! He knocked it down from the left side.
He got fouled, too.
I think they're going to say a 2-point shot. The official right on top of the play may say a 2-point shot. I think they're going to look at it. Crump knocked the basket, then got knocked to the floor. There was no foul called.
Oh, there was no foul.
But they're going to check it to see if it was a 2 or a 3.
Well, while they're there, they need to look at him getting knocked to the floor.
While they're there, we'll tell you that Barbasol is offering you a chance to score big when you join the new Barbasol Shave Club. Grab your premium starter kit for just $6.99 today with code BASKETBALL at Barbasol.com. Game on. 2 of the officials looking at the video monitor across the way to determine a 2 or a 3. They're saying 3.
3, yeah.
Crump with a 3.
Okay, that puts us up by 7. But I still think that there was a foul on that play.
I didn't see the replay of that, but you may be right. He did end up in a heap on the floor.
Him down.
60-53 is our score. Georgia by 7. Tech will have the ball with 1:28 to go. Dogs trying to win their 4th in a row over Georgia Tech for the first time since they won 7 straight in the 80s and 90s. Tech hustles in a hurry. DeVoe down the lane, kick out. Alston for 3, right corner, missed it deep. He was too far with it. A hit off the far side of the iron. The rebound to Hightower for the Dogs. Claxton's got it now. He'll carry it across the timeline. He draws a crowd in a hurry, a double team. Turtle's back in. He takes the pass from Claxton.
You know, Claxton has no trouble passing out of a double team.
No, he doesn't. He just holds the ball high and finds guys shorter than he is. He finds Ogbede down the baseline for a two-handed dunk. Derrick slams it through. It's 62-53, less than a minute to go. Ogbede with 8. Tech down 9. Hayward through the lane. Sweeping layup attempt won't go. Tech with an offensive rebound from the right side. Alvarado, the putback goes, and he got fouled as well. Stops the clock with 44 seconds to play. Alvarado finally reaches double figures. He's got 10, but it's taken him 19 shots to get 10 points. 62-55 with 44 seconds to go. Some of the courtside Tech fans are starting to head for the exits. It's a long walk up the steps to street level. Alvarado at the line for 1 free throw here. Possible 3-point play coming for Georgia Tech. Not out of the woods yet for the Bulldogs. Free throw is good. Alvarado knocks it down. He's got 11 today. Claxton double teamed in the backcourt. Hammonds and Claxton play catch in the backcourt. Zips one to half court. Overhead bullet pass to Crump, and they foul Crump in the front side. Alvarado with the foul.
Well, that's where you want the ball. You want it in Tyree's hands in those closing seconds when you've got that 1-and-1 situation.
And that is the situation now. Tech's 8th team foul will put Crump at the line for the 1-and-1. Tyree has not been to the line today. He is Georgia's top free throw shooter percentage-wise at 84%. 21 of 25 for the year. The junior from Bainbridge, Georgia, free throw number 1 is good.
And I got to tell you something. He's hit 2 big threes for us here in the second half that have really helped. And he struggled some with his shooting today, but he hit 2 critical threes and now at the line here.
Second free throw, all net. Crump buries a pair of foul shots, 64-56. He goes out. Harrison comes in for Georgia. Offense, defense for the Dogs.
That's exactly right.
64-56. Dogs by 8. Alvarado, left corner 3. Line drive off the rim, no good. Banks with a rebound against the double team. Misses the lay-in. Contested by Claxton. They're trying to foul Claxton. Alston's trying to foul, and they finally blow the whistle. That'll put Clax on the line for the 1-and-1 down on the left end of the floor. 24 and a half seconds to go. Georgia's lead is 8. Claxton can make it a double-figure lead if he hits a pair of free throws here. And more fans start to head up the steps towards the exits.
I got to tell you, this will be a big win for Georgia. You come down here on Georgia Tech's home floor, you get this victory. It's nice for the Dogs.
Claxton, deep breath, long look, left-hander fires, got the bounce off the back rim, good. It went high in the air and fell down through. Big Claxton, double figures with 10 points and another double-double, 13 boards, 6 assists for Claxton today. He's nearing triple-double territory. He might get there at some point.
How many blocks he got now, 5 or 6?
I don't have that number in front of me. Second free throw is good. Claxton hit a pair. 5th double-double this season for Clax. We steal the ball just inside the half-court line from DeVoe. Harrison over to Hightower. He'll lay it up. Turtle got it started with the pass to Christian Harrison to Hightower, who finished. 12 seconds to go. 3 ball by Tech and a quick timeout from Josh Passner. Haywood hit a 3 on the left wing quickly to make it 68-59. Georgia out front will hold it right here for the final 11 seconds of this ball game.
And this timeout is just to allow some fans the opportunity to get out and crank their cars. Because now we're up 9 with 11 seconds. I really like our chances. But I got to tell you something. We had to scrap in this one for a game that was not real pretty to watch.
Well, this would be a nice win for Georgia to get out of here. You know, we won the SEC tournament on this floor back in 2008.
I remember that. I was here. That was the famous tornado down at
Yeah, we beat Ole Miss in the Georgia Dome. And then came over here and beat Kentucky and Mississippi State on the same day.
And then Arkansas.
And then beat Arkansas in the championship game.
To win it, which was and it was so weird that day because there was like nobody in here. You know, there was like no.
Yeah, it was friends and family only, just
friends
about.
Friends and family, yeah.
Dogs 11.2 seconds away from winning their 4th in a row over Georgia Tech. They won last year in Athens 80-59, won 2 years ago here in this building 60-43. And trying to really upset the odds. The home team 18-5 in this game since it returned to campus 23 years ago. Georgia 68, Tech 59. Dogs will have the ball. Rayshawn Hammond's set to inbound the ball. He can run the baseline, says the official. And now we reposition Crump. Tom Crean about 1.5 feet out of the coach's box on the far side of the floor to direct traffic for his guys. We throw it into Claxton, and they foul immediately. Alvarado fouls Nicholas Claxton. That's the 10th team foul, I believe. Yep. So it's double bonus this time. 2 free throws coming for Big Clax with 10 seconds to go. Tom Crean can walk another friendly mile on the Georgia bench now because he knows his team is going to come away from Atlanta's McCamish Pavilion with a win. Big Clax, free throw number 1 in the double bonus here, looking for his 12th point of the game. Long look, free throw good. And this guy didn't play much in the first half. He picked up 2 early fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game. Then he came back and played sparingly throughout in the last 7 minutes or so of the half.
And at the risk of jinxing him, he's looked pretty good at the line here lately.
Free throw in the air. He's got 13 points and 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and at least 5 blocks today. 7 seconds to go. 70-59 Georgia. Long 3 by Tex Haywood is no good. Georgia gets the rebound with Hammonds. They'll let the clock run out, and the Dogs have beaten Georgia Tech here at McCamish Pavilion. Your final score in Atlanta, Georgia 70 and Georgia Tech 59 as the Dogs improve to 7-4 in the year and win their 4th straight over their arch rival, Georgia Tech.
And you know what? This has to feel good for Tom Crean to win here on this floor. His last game that he coached at Indiana was a loss here to Georgia Tech on this floor in the NIT.
Yeah.
So for him to come in here and win like that, this has got to make him feel good. I know just to come in here and win a game, but certainly to win with his Georgia Bulldogs over their arch rival, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And that is now 11 if you're keeping score at home. Counting.
Get us up to date again.
Counting the last 11 times that we have played Georgia Tech in football, in basketball, in baseball, Georgia has emerged victorious.
11 straight times.
11.
What's that number again?
It's 11. It's just 1 over 10. But it's in the double figures, well in the double figures, I like to say.
Georgia 70, Georgia Tech 59. We hope to talk with a victorious Georgia player here in a second if we're going to get one this afternoon. The Dogs got some pressure this afternoon. They got up by 16 late in the first half. Tech cut it to 10 by intermission. And then it got down to single possessions a couple of different times in the second half. Tech never led in this ball game. Georgia was able to give the Yellow Jackets the stiff arm. We're not going to get a player, apparently, so we'll move on to our postgame show. 70-59. The Dogs never surrendered the lead, and they go wire to wire to win this one by 11. Up next for Georgia, it'll be a home game against UMass on Sunday, December 30th. So the Christmas break is upon us for the basketball team now. We'll play again a week from tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Stegman Coliseum. But let's enjoy this one today. Georgia 70, Georgia Tech 59. Our post-game and locker room coverage is brought to you by Regions and by Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. And Regions is helping Bulldog fans take their next step. Regions has awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. Got a goal? Get a game plan at Regions.com/nextstep. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Our final again, Georgia 70, Tech 59. Stay tuned for post-game coverage here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Bulldog basketball fans, listen up. When I think about defense, I think of Rocket Mortgage. They created Rate Shield. If rates go up, you're defended. But if rates go down, you get that lower rate. And that can save you some serious cash. Rocket Mortgage, proud mortgage partner of Georgia Athletics. Push button, get mortgage. Call today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Rate shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions.
Hello, college basketball fans. I'm State Farm agent Cole Perez. State Farm has over 19,000 agents across the country. To give you an idea of how big a number that actually is, I will be counting to 19,000 on the radio. Okay, here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? We only have 30 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Talk to one of our over 19,000 State Farm agents about combining your home and auto insurance today.
I'm never gonna make it.
State Farm, here to help life go right.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Infrastructure. Have you really stopped to think about what that means to you? Airports, hospitals, education, and economic centers, all built to elevate our lives. But who builds them? The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613, believes we should be those people. It's why we train 5 years in the heat, the cold, day or night, rain or shine. We create a better life for everyone. IBEW Local 613. Everyday people committed to building an extraordinary world.
Did you know Georgia is one of the leading producers of pecans in the entire world? That's how hard Georgia farmers work to help cultivate the state's economy. And that's why Georgia Farm Bureau cultivates farmers with agricultural research and assistance programs and access to benefits that save families money, like home and auto insurance. You can join online for just a few bucks a year. So, get cracking.
Our exclusive coverage of Georgia basketball continues with the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's. Now, back to courtside for continuing live coverage of Georgia basketball.
Turtle with the ball straight away, goes to Hightower on the right wing. T-Shawn, bounce feed down to the right baseline to Claxton. Under the basket, Hammonds with a backdoor cut and a reverse lay-in, good for the first 2 points of the game. That is our assist of the game today, sponsored by State Farm. Here to help life go right. Talk to an agent today at 800 State Farm. Claxton to Hightower there. And Nicholas Claxton is our IBEW player of the game for his performance. Yes.
Read that line, because it's only in 27 minutes on the floor.
Well, he's going to make IBEW very proud on this line. Nicholas Claxton today, his fifth double-double of the season, 13 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. He had 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 6 blocked shots. That's a new career best. So he led the team in blocks and in assists and in rebounding and in points. And he does, as we say all the time, he does everything for this team, and he did it. It was showcased today here in Atlanta, as he is our IBEW player of the game.
You know, and he does. The truth of the matter is he didn't get a lot of time on the floor compared to what he normally gets. 27 minutes is obviously a lot of time, but it's not what he normally gets on the floor. He had to sit out with some foul trouble in the first half. But I got to tell you something. When he's on the floor, he plays so hard. He is so active that so many things happen, and they're usually good for Georgia. Now, he also had the technical.
Yeah, I was going to say, he played so hard, he got a tech today, too.
But that's kind of the way. That's what motivates. Listen, if it works for him, you know, more power to him. The problem is you're going to have to, you know, kind of rein that in some instances. Today, fortunately, wasn't one of those, and it didn't cost Georgia. But let me tell you something. That young man, he's worth the price of admission to watch play basketball. He does so many things on the floor, and we're not even on those basketball lines, or the deflections that he gets and the difficulty that he causes Georgia opponents in inbounding the basketball and just getting into the flow of their offense.
Well, watching Tom Crean, there's a large congregation of Georgia fans over behind the Georgia bench as Coach Crean did a quick TV interview after this Georgia victory. He hasn't even gotten into the locker room yet, so it's going to be a while before I think we are able to hear from Coach Crean here this afternoon. Our post-game locker room coverage is brought to you by Aaron's and by Regions. Lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. And some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the Dogs every game day. So whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Picks Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at regions.com/yourpicksstudio. That's Your Picks, P-I-X, Studio. Regions is the official bank of the SEC. Well, it wasn't a glamorous performance, Chuck, by either team. Georgia was able to outlast and keep Tech at arm's length to win this one 70-59. Tech never led in the ball game. Georgia jumped out to a big 16-point lead in the first half, and then Tech had gotten it down to 10 by halftime. Then they got it to one possession a couple of times in the second half. But to Georgia's credit, the Dogs had an answer every time it got to that point.
And that's you're absolutely right, Scott. To Georgia's credit, they found some way to answer when Tech would get it down within a possession. And as you point out, they did have that a couple of times where they had it at 2 and then at 3. So, hats off to Georgia. But particularly, what I was proud of today was the way the Dogs played defense. I thought the Dogs just played great defense today. Tech, kept looking for the drive, and then when they go inside, there was Nicholas or there was Derek or there was somebody, Rayshawn, to block, or Toe. I think Toe had, several. He had 2 or 3 blocks.
Yeah, 3.
3. Yeah. So,
10 blocks for the Dogs today.
Yeah, that's, so hats off to Georgia's defense.
Yeah, Georgia holds Georgia Tech to 32% from the floor, 21 of 65. And Jose Alvarado, he's going to have a tough time looking at the stat sheet after this game. 3 for 20 today for Tech's starting point guard.
Well, he struggled in the first half. Got hurt just before intermission, but was able to come out and play in the second half. And but it's still, it did not go well for him today. And again, I think a lot of that was due to the fact that the Dogs just played great defense, and I'm proud of them.
Georgia now 7-4 following this win, their second in a row. And a good week for the Yellow Jackets. That was one of your keys, I think, at the beginning of our broadcast. See if we can win out in the month of December. Well, we're one step away from being able to do that.
But, you beat a team today. Understand, this team just went to Arkansas and beat the Razorbacks and led them pretty convincingly through the game, but beat them up at Bud Walton Arena up in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And that's hard to do. And so this is not a bad basketball team that Georgia was facing, but Georgia was just able to come out of here with a win today, and they did it, as you say, wire to wire.
So they can beat the Hogs, but they can't beat the Dogs.
I love that.
They lost to the running Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb on Monday here in this building, their first home loss, and then Georgia hands Georgia Tech its second consecutive home loss.
We were a different kind of running Dogs today.
Yes, indeed. 70-59, our final score. Georgia a winner today. The Dogs again off until December 30th now, a week from tomorrow, when Georgia will welcome the Minutemen of UMass to Stegman Coliseum. That'll be a 6 o'clock game Sunday night, December 30th in Athens. We hope you will join us for our next basketball broadcast then. We've still got plenty more of our post-game locker room report, brought to you in part by Regions and by Aaron's. We hope to hear from Coach Tom Crean in just a little bit as we roll along from McCamish Pavilion at Georgia Tech here in Atlanta. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Getting your first real paycheck is like celebrating your own Independence Day. It's life-changing once it's deposited, which you can do using Regions Mobile Deposit in your Regions mobile app. Choose when and where to make the money available, take a couple of pictures, click a button or two, and boom! One major achievement in the record books. We get it. Some things are bigger than banking. Learn more at regions.com/mobile deposit. Regions. Member FDIC. Conditions and fees apply.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. And our free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you do something about that check engine light. If your light is on, the Fix Finder can help you find the likely cause for free, helping you save time and money down the road. And right now, we got great low prices on Lucas Complete Fuel Treatment at only $4.99 and Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer at only $10.99. Visit any of our 133 Atlanta AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Vans, built for you. The all-new Sprinter, built in the USA.
It's no secret that things grow well in Georgia, like peanuts, cotton, and corn. But families and communities also flourish here. That's because Georgia Power is helping bring new businesses and industries to our state. In the last 10 years alone, we've helped create over 134,000 new jobs. Because Georgia is our home too, and we want life here to thrive for all of us. Georgia Power, generating opportunity. Learn more at georgiapower.com/growth.
Hi, son. You're on speaker. Just got back from the park. Guess I'm getting used to civilian life. Mom's here, too.
Hi, honey. Just making dinner. Your sister's into this gluten-free thing. Am I boring you, dear?
It's just good to hear your voice, Mom.
A call from home takes you home. AT&T proudly offers wireless and TV discounts to military veterans and their families. Get started in store or visit att.com/military savings for details. Coverage not available everywhere. Exclusions, eligibility, and other restrictions apply.
Clock moving. Toppin holds for the first time in the game. Fires from the left wing straight away to Crump. Tyree hasn't got going today either. Here's Ngumeze. Oh, my goodness! A power slam along the baseline. A one-handed jammeroo by Amanze Ngumeze. That is our ultimate drive of the game, driven by BMW, your Atlanta BMW Centers, the official luxury vehicle of Georgia Athletics. BMW would certainly be happy with that beautiful drive along the baseline by Georgia's freshman forward, Amanze Ngumeze, as he finished that play with a little bit of authority.
He definitely did that. Turned to the bench, to the Georgia bench, and gave him a little bit of a strong pose, and that was a strong play because he went hard on the baseline. As soon as he saw that basket, he went hard for that basket and was not going to be denied. So you love to see that from a true freshman. He's starting to develop confidence in his ability to, because look, you come here as a true freshman, I don't care who you are, there's that little time adjustment period of, do I belong there? This game is so fast. These guys are all big and good, because guess what? The other teams give scholarships too. And but to start to see that, I can play here and look, watch this. That's what you like to see, and I love that.
It was shortly after that play by Amanze that he was also given a technical. Seconds following that play, and I since we were on the opposite side of where that actually happened, I'm not sure what the technical was for, but he was given a technical foul,
and later apologized.
He apologized to the official who called it on him. So that was a nice resolution to that situation.
Just a growing situation for a player, and I like to see that.
Our post-game coverage here in Atlanta is brought to you by Aaron's and by Regions. Regions is helping Bulldog fans take their next step. Regions has awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships and hosted over 100,000 financial education workshops. Got a goal? Get a game plan at regions.com/nextstep. Regions is the official bank of the SEC. And Aaron's is also a sponsor of our Locker Room Report. Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard here, Tony Schiavone, and Adam Gillespie, our engineers today. Tony, actually, since we have a little bit of a different setup here on the road at Georgia Tech, Tony is going to conduct our post-game interview with Coach Crean, so we hope to hear that in a little while.
Well, it was really funny because as Coach Crean was leaving the court, he looked over at me and said, "I'll be back." But
that would be even better.
That would be even better. But I think he, once he sees Tony back there, he'll decide, let's get it done back here.
Well, we were told, and there's always this, is he or will he or won't he? I mean, a lot of coaches, they've gotten to a point where they don't want to come out on the road, especially, and do a post-game locker room interview in the arena. They don't want to come out.
Tony's just back. Tony says he is coming out.
The coach is going to come out.
That's good.
So all this planning we had to resolve this issue, and now Coach Crean is going to come out courtside, which we are certainly greatly appreciative of. But we will talk to the head coach as he's going to come out here and actually sit down and look at our face. And
that's good.
He may want to go back into the locker room after he does that.
No. I think he'll be excited to. Let's see, and Joni's with him. He's got the family with him here. Look at this.
Georgia winner today, 70-59.
That was great to see.
Is our final score.
Were you happy there?
We're gonna.
You or Joni said she was happy, so that's good. So she was ecstatic.
All right, we got the whole Creed family here joining us for courtside. Tom, congratulations.
Well, Chuck, we're all neighbors with Chuck. So we're having like a neighborhood social.
Oh my goodness!
Well, you could. We had a great crew here today. We had a great support. And you got the win. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know what's so awesome? And Mike Mobley said this the other day. He said that in 113 years, there have only been 4 players that used their eligibility at Georgia that had swept Georgia Tech. Now we got 5 and 6.
Wow.
We got 5 more and really 6. Christian transferred in, obviously, but think about that.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable deal.
Yeah,
that's not a big number.
That's an unbelievable. There's a total of 9 in 113 years.
Wow.
That's unreal. I would have never imagined that in a million years, but it goes to show how powerful this rivalry is. It was great to be a part of it. We knew they were a really good team. We knew they weren't going to go away. What I'm proud of is the moment that we never lost the lead. Right? There were certain things that we had to do. We had to create some turnovers. We didn't do a great job of that. We did we did at times. Most important thing, we had to win the rebounding game. We won it by 7, and the other big part was we had to be huge on the deflections, and we had 43. And we knew the game would be tough to score against because of their zone, because of their pace. They do a good job in transition defense. They make it hard for you to get back and get things done. But we were able to figure it out, and our guys did an excellent job.
Coach, this number right here was huge. 32%. Tech shoots 32%.
Yeah, for the game, I hadn't even noticed that.
3 for 20, Alvarado.
Wow. See, I didn't get. We were running behind because of the TV and talking to the team. I haven't even looked at this. My goodness.
Look at.
Well, our key was Alvarado was really, really getting up on top of his right hand. He does a great job of creating separation with his left shoulder. He's a fearless guy. You got to do an excellent job. He's cutting. He's moving constantly. I did not know that on the field goal defense. That's tremendous.
Look at Nicholas's line while you're there. 13, 6 blocks, couple
6
of assists.
Yeah, what I'm impressed with too is is going to the foul line, and we were running things. We were running to get him the ball and bounce to him at the end when they had to foul. So, to me, as I said to this team, they won this game. At least mentally, you got to come out and do it physically. With the way they closed on Tuesday night, they got their bodies ready and right on Wednesday. They had an excellent practice on Thursday. We had an excellent practice yesterday. Our walkthrough, our shoot around last night, everything was high level process for us, and that's what carries it over. Then you come into the game. And it doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but it gives you a much better chance because your mental functioning and your concentration and your focus and your togetherness is so high. And that's what you have to win anywhere, but that is especially what you've got to have to win on the road and win in a rivalry game.
Tom, did you see these guys?
Yeah, that's great.
They were out on the floor. Yeah. All the guys that you just pointed out.
That's an amazing
They've never
deal.
lost a Tech.
That's an amazing
They just
thing.
posed for a picture on the floor.
And we didn't want to put that out. You know, we didn't want to make an announcement of that. You know, we don't need to give any fuel to the fire for the opposing team, right? But
we
you
don't
pull
mind
off,
doing that.
I know you don't, but I do. But you pull off something like that in 113 years, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Tom, you did it in a hostile atmosphere, too, that was sold out. And I tell you, this crowd, when Tech thought they had an opportunity, when they got it down to one possession a couple times, this crowd got into it big time.
Yeah.
But you had answers every time.
We did. They were, and I want to say this too. Mark Fox, Jonas, Philip Pearson, David Carter. They deserve credit too for those seniors, obviously, in the way they recruited them, but the way that they can be a part of a milestone like that. When they come in here and they do something against our arch rival like that, because I've just been here 1 year, and I'm proud to be coaching them. But that's a 4-year thing. That's huge. We had answers. We didn't panic. We made big plays. We knew it was just a matter of time before Tyree knocked something down.
Well, I was going to tell you, he struggled some, but when it got where you had to have him, he made a couple of big shots.
He did. Well, we got to get him out of the mode of his seeing ghosts when he misses, right? It's just a miss. Usually it comes down to he didn't step in enough with his left foot. He faded to the left. Sometimes it's range. Sometimes it's shot selection. But usually it's just a footwork issue. And don't see ghosts. You know, just step out there and knock down the next one. And he got lost in the which is big for a shooter, you got to get lost in the game. You got to get lost in the offense. It's one thing to know you're going to get it. It's another thing to come off screens. But it's another thing when the game is in constant movement, like we closed the game on. We're trying to get the isolations in the middle of the post. You got to keep moving. Don't just stand and wait for it. Keep moving without it, and eventually the ball finds energy.
Do you know how Rayshawn Hammonds is? He
was able to go back in. Yeah, it was more the fouls than anything else. And I was saving him.
He was wearing a sleeve on his leg when he came back out.
He landed wrong in the first half, so we'll have to deal with that. But he was able to go. Okay. So they'll rehab him, and maybe we'll just have him stay in Athens for the next year. He's going to be home. We have to rehab him from his house. But we were playing time and score. We were playing the risk-reward game at the end with him with 4 fouls. That's all that was, or I'd had him in there earlier. But how about Christian Harrison stepping in there at the end and defending? He brings our team energy. I mean, he really does. And it was a very good team win.
Coach, on the negative side, you had three technical fouls, and none of them, though, on the coaches. If we're going to get technicals, can't you get them?
Well, we're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to grow through the poise and composure that you've got to have. And we're not a talking team. I don't teach that. I don't condone it. We don't have that in practice where we're talking trash to one another. And there's 2 sides to every story, but the bottom line is the referee's got it. We can't do that. And we'll address that when we get back. But you got to act like you've been there. We see a Monzi dunk. Okay, we've seen him dunk. We don't, and the world just saw you dunk. It's on television, right? We don't need to remind somebody that you just dunked. And we got to be smart. We've got to be smart. Nick, everybody's got to be. We got to be poised. We got to really mature now in that area because we don't need to be losing someone or lose a game because of a technical foul or a flagrant foul.
What's your schedule between now and the next game a week from tomorrow?
We'll be back the 26th, and hopefully these guys will understand that we're not joking around with the fact that we're coming back to work. We're not coming back to take 2 or 3 days to get used to it again. We don't want to start over. I'm nervous about that. We've got to make sure that they enjoy themselves, stay conditioned, stay hydrated, all those type of things, and remember that they're representing Georgia. Go home, enjoy your family and your friends, but be really, really smart. We're trying to build an incredible marquee program. I tell them every day that we have the blueprint of where we want to go sitting right across the street in that House of Pain, right, in the Butts-Mehre building. Yeah. We know exactly. That was one of the biggest reasons that I wanted this job when the job became available is you got that level of football over there. You got that level of other sports, obviously. Why can't we go get there, right? And we're not there now, but we're sure going to build it like we are. And I want everybody to represent themselves and represent Georgia in the right way. And then we'll come back, we'll get to work, and get ready for UMass before we have a couple days to get ready for the SEC.
And UMass also represents that opportunity to get some real momentum, 3 straight to close out this year.
That'd be big.
Yeah, and going into that conference.
And they're good. They've won at Providence. Providence just won at Texas last night. I mean, they can play. They've got some kids that I've seen over years that either signed or transferred in that can. They're a fast team. They're aggressive. They're tough. So we're going to have to really be good. And I know we've got a really good amount of tickets sold already, but I'm hoping the 30th could turn into why can't that turn into a sellout, right? People are going to be there. And if they've already left for New Orleans, fine. But if not, the people that aren't going or the people that aren't leaving for New Orleans the next day, come on in on the 30th. Yeah. Love to have them.
6 o'clock tip at Stegman Sunday night, a week from tomorrow night at Stegman, and a packed house would be terrific.
They sure with 32%. That's tremendous defense on the road.
That number, yeah.
I know you like it too. Defense, absolutely.
Coach, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
You too. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everything to everybody. Thank you very much.
Very good. Coach Tom Crean, thanks for coming out too, Coach. We appreciate it. Coach Crean with us here in the Regions Aaron's post-game locker room show here. Georgia winner 70-59 over Georgia Tech here at McCamish. And we're going to come back Okay, we'll come back. Chuck and I will be back as we continue here right after this timeout on the Bulldog Sports Network.
For the past 100 years, generations of men have trusted Barbasol shaving cream to deliver a close, comfortable shave. Barbasol continues this legacy with the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus razor. With 6 ultra-thin, open-flow blades and a crafted metal handle, Barbasol is proud to offer a razor that lives up to the exceptional quality and honest value that you've come to expect. Get yours today, in stores or online at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. Hi, Georgia fans. I'm Scott Howard here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Athens, Georgia, or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More. Made easy. UPS, official logistics company of Georgia Athletics.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire.
Hey Bulldog fans, it's time to wash your car at Swifty Car Wash, the official car wash of UGA Athletics. Now it's even easier than ever to keep your car clean with Swift Pass Unlimited Washes. For as little as $9.99 a month, you can wash as much as you need. No contracts, cancel anytime. Swifty Car Wash in Athens, Winder, and Atlanta. Find all locations at SwiftyCarWash.com. Score on every drive with Swifty Car Wash and Swift Pass Unlimited Washes, official car wash of UGA Athletics.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at Aaron's.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Fun afternoon for Georgia basketball fans. Georgia 70, Georgia Tech 59. The Dogs now 7-4, and our post-game locker room coverage is brought to you by Aaron's and by Regions. Some things are bigger than banking, like cheering for the Dogs every game day. Whether it's a celebratory selfie or a photo on campus, turn your favorite game day moment into a Regions Your Picks Studio Visa debit card. Order your card at Regions.com/YourPicksStudio. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Our final game stats are brought to you by Northside Hospital Atlanta. And, boy, Coach Crean really enjoyed that 32% opponent field goal percentage there. He said he hadn't had a chance to look at the stat sheet, and then he saw that when he was sitting down with us.
Well,
32% we hold Georgia Tech to shooting.
We had already pointed out that the defense was a huge part of the victory that the Dogs were able to get here today, and no question that they did it on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, let's give you the Dogs numbers. Georgia shoots 42% for the game, 25 of 55 shooting the basketball, 5 of 18 on three-pointers, 15 of 18 at the foul line. So the Dogs 83%, another good day at the charity stripe for the Dogs. Georgia won the rebounding battle, 41-34 over Georgia Tech. The Dogs, of their 25 made field goals, had 16 assists, including 6 from Nicholas Claxton. 16 turnovers, 7 steals, 10 block shots as well for the Dogs. So Georgia shoots 45.5% for the game, 28% at 3, and 83% at the free throw line. For Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets shot 32%, 21 of 65 from the floor. They were just 3 of 16 from three-point range, less than 20% there, 14 of 20 from the free throw line. They shot 70%. They were -7 on the glass. They had 9 assists, 13 turnovers, 4 steals. Tech's leading scorer was Michael DeVoe, their freshman guard, with 14 points. James Banks had 11 points, 8 rebounds. Jose Alvarado, 11 points and 8 rebounds and 5 assists, 4 turnovers, but was 3 of 20 shooting today, 0 for 6 on threes. Georgia's leading scorers were Nicholas Claxton, who had his 5th double-double of the year, 13 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 block shots, which is a career high for Nicholas Claxton. Also joining him in double figures, Tyshawn Hightower with 12 points. He had 3 assists as well. Rayshawn Hammonds, who finished with 11 points and 7 rebounds, as the Dogs get their 7th win of the season, improving to 7-4, and will host UMass a week from tomorrow at Stegman Coliseum, 6 o'clock, airtime on December 30th. Our coverage will begin at 5:35 here along the Bulldogs Sports Network. We've got a little bit more of the locker room report to go, brought to you by Regions and by Aaron's. Lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Chuck, any final thoughts before we send it back to Cabell?
No, just Cabell, have a very Merry Christmas, and you and Tony and Adam Gillespie, who's joining us, and all the Bulldog Nation, have a Bulldog Christmas, and then let's get back at it for the new year with a win over UMass, and then go down to New Orleans and take care of those Longhorns.
All right, ditto for me. That's going to do it from McCamish Pavilion. For Chuck Dowdle, Tony Schiavone, and Adam Gillespie, I'm Scott Howard. Cabell Philpotts in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, and he will continue our post-game coverage following Georgia's 70-59 win over Georgia Tech here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Whether you're an elite athlete, in youth sports, or a weekend warrior, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network keeps you in the game and ready for action. Our team of experts offers a full range of sports medicine services to prevent and treat injuries and improve performance. With 10 locations in the Atlanta region, the Northside Hospital Sports Medicine Network is in your neighborhood. For details, call 1-855-NH-SPORT. That's 1-855-NH-SPORT.
Indeed knows it's hard to find qualified candidates when you're hiring.
It's like finding a unicorn.
But when you post your job on Indeed, it's easy to find people with the skills you need.
Nurse practitioner, 4+ years experience, acute care certification.
Indeed has a huge pool of amazing candidates and screener tools that help you find your most qualified applicants.
Whoa, an entire short list of unicorns.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visits.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, brought to you by AutoZone. Keep your engine light in check with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service that helps you troubleshoot the problem. Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
In the Southeastern Conference, we are driven by the quest for more. More titles, more NCAA records, but also more renewable energy sources for some of the nation's greenest campuses. For more partnerships with NASA, the NSA, and the UN. For more billions pumped into our state economies, our 14 leading universities know that no matter how much we achieve, we can always do more. Yeah, in the SEC, it just means more.
The holidays. At BMW, we want to remind you of some excuses to enjoy the ride home a little longer. If you're in the all-new BMW X5 with the upgraded navigation within iDrive 7.0, consider the detour excuse.
Hey Dad, ran into construction. Gotta take a detour.
Make the most of the road home. Hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event to receive exceptional offers on select models now through January 2nd. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia victorious this afternoon over Georgia Tech by the final score of 70-59. Scott Howard told you 4 Bulldogs in double figures. Hightower, Hammonds, Crump, and Nick Claxton. 13 points and 13 rebounds for the big fella as Georgia, again, victorious 70-59 over Georgia Tech. Other scores from around the SEC. Third-ranked Tennessee dispatches Wake Forest 83-64 at Thompson-Boling Arena. That a final. Clemson up 5 on South Carolina in Columbia, 35-30. Tigers lead the Gamecocks. 4-minute mark of the first half of that ball game. Arkansas trying to recover to its home loss to Georgia Tech last week. Arkansas leading Texas State currently 29-26, 3-minute mark of the first half. And they are at the break. Texas A&M 41, Marshall 33 in College Station. Again, halftime between Texas A&M and Marshall with the Aggies in front. Our final score, Georgia 70, Georgia Tech 59. When we return, we'll wrap things up on the other side of this timeout. The Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Coach Kirby Smart here. Let's talk about the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics, Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont makes sure that our dogs are playing their best, but we know you don't have to be a college athlete to get bumps and bruises. With urgent care, same-day appointments, virtual visits from your smartphone or desktop, and Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, they've got the care you need when you need it. Booking an appointment is only a click away. So for game day and every day, get better at piedmont.org/UGA.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. Like with the AutoZone Rewards program. You'll earn a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times. It's just one more way to get more done. Take advantage of new low prices on STP oil, starting at $16.99 for a 5-quart jug of STP conventional motor oil. Visit any of our 133 Atlanta AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, with Aaron's, having what you want is much easier than you think. Because now you can lease to own all the brands you love in furniture, electronics, and appliances. Yes, all those things you've always dreamed of. At Aaron's, you don't need credit, and you have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Plus, delivery and setup are free, so you can just focus on enjoying. Visit us in-store or at aarons.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Home or away, win or lose, you are a die-hard fan, tethered to your team by a legacy of fierce ambition and unwavering pride.
At Ford, it's this kind of drive and dedication that pushes us to go further. With smart technology and innovative design, Ford gives you the confidence, comfort, and style you need for the road ahead. For great offers on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, see your local Ford dealer today.
Welcome back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Georgia beats Georgia Tech 70-59. The final score at McCamish. Dogs led by Nick Claxton. He had 13 points and 13 rebounds. Another double-double for number 33 as the Dogs victorious over their arch rivals. Georgia on a break until the 30th of this month, the 6 o'clock tip at Stegman Coliseum against UMass. And then on the horizon, the Dogs and the Longhorns will get together in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. For our entire broadcast crew, I'm Cabell Philpott saying happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, however you may celebrate. I hope you have a great holiday season. Again, the final score from McCamish Pavilion, Georgia 70, Georgia Tech 59. Dogs on top.
You've been listening to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions Bank and Aaron's on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Today's coverage has been brought to you by Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. By Aaron's, lease to own top brands in furniture, electronics, and appliances with no credit needed at Aaron's. Barbasol, here's a no-brainer. Barbasol is making razors. Try the Barbasol Ultra 6 Plus today. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent at 800-STATE-FARM. The executive producers of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network are Tom Stoltz and Tim Pernetti. Associate producers Tom McDonald and Chris Ferris. Network manager Adam Witten. I'm staff announcer Carl Shannon. Special thanks to the University of Georgia, Athletics Director Greg McGarity, and to the staff and management of Cox Media Group. Georgia Basketball is an exclusive presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by IMG and JMI Sports.
And go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.